Hello and welcome to the Exponential. My name is RSquared. Good evening, everyone. We got ourselves an incredible matchup between two NFC powerhouses. And I mean powerhouses. We got Baker Mayfield, we got Jared Goff, we got the Buccaneers, we got the Lions. We got a great game. Above everything else, we got an amazing game. We're here for it. Monday Night Football, live from Detroit, Michigan, right off one of the Great Lakes. Uh, the Lions, they're coming in this one after a loss, which we saw last week. You can go ahead and check out the commentary on that one. It's a lot of fun. That game against Kansas City, and now they're rolling out here against a tough Tampa Bay team, where if they're not careful, they could end up getting into quite a tizzy here with a few losses. They might have a bit of a hard time getting back into the rhythm. We saw they've already faced losses this year to Green Bay and Kansas City, but they did have that big win against Baltimore, which we were also live for. But upcoming, they have this game against Tampa. Then they have Minnesota, Washington, Philadelphia. The Giants have looked surprisingly good. The Packers, Cowboys, Rams, Steelers, Vikings, and Bears. It's a tough schedule for Detroit. They need a win like this to help them more than ever right now to boost their chances in an NFC championship game or even contend for the top seed in the NFC with this schedule. As for Tampa Bay, they've been unstoppable. They've been by far the best team in the NFL, in my opinion, just because of how great they've been in close game scenarios. I mean, they've been absolutely phenomenal. They had a great win against Seattle a couple of weeks ago, Philadelphia a week before that, and just an incredible way to start their season. Speaking of starting, we're underway from Detroit as the Lions are wearing their alternate black uniforms for hunting season in Detroit. As Jared Goff, he's got the most passing touchdowns in the NFL through week 6, and he's got the highest completion percentage at 76%. No one's been better than Jared Goff this year at just being incredibly consistently good. I mean, Baker's been amazing as well. This is why this is a matchup of quarterbacks here like no other. We got two absolutely incredibly talented quarterbacks going head-to-head here tonight. 1st and 10 for the Lions at the start of this one. Goff's under center. Jahmyr Gibbs is the back. Laporta will go in motion. It'll be play action. Bucs show a little bit of pressure, and Goff misses his target, Amon-Ra St. Brown. So Tampa Bay, I was a little bit concerned that Emeka Egbuka and Mike Evans were both going to be out today, because then I was going to have to really try my best to figure out what wide receivers which, because Baker Mayfield last week, I don't think I could have done that game. He was throwing random touchdown passes to guys named Johnson. It was just an incredible game to watch for them against San Francisco, but I don't think I could have commentated on it. Goff drops back a few yards to pass. He'll dump it off to Gibbs, who makes a nice move in the open field, and he'll pass midfield with a great move down inside the 40-yard line of Tampa Bay. And Jahmyr Gibbs off to a hot start early here in Detroit after a huge pickup on that first reception from him. See, Goff drops back big time and then just takes the dump off. And Gibbs, what a move. I mean, he sent two guys of defense there, Dennis and Zion McCollum there. He just sends them flying. That was like a Madden juke right there. As Jahmyr Gibbs is getting things going. That was a 34-yard catch and run for the Detroit Lions. 1st and 10 from the Tampa Bay 39, Goff under center. Hand off to Gibbs. Gibbs has to make a move, and he'll be dragged down after a gain of 1. A nice play made there by Dennis. Again, I got to get to know this guy. I don't know his first name. I still don't know his last name because I can't find him on the roster. 2nd and 10, the coordinator for this Lions offense is John Morton. He's in his first season after taking care of the big shoes of Ben Johnson. But he's still going strong here in his first season. The Lions are 4-2. Hand off Gibbs. Gibbs is going to get about 2 yards before he's met by a brick wall of Bucs defenders. It'll be 3rd and mid to long. I will figure out who this guy is. What was his name again? I already forgot. Dennis. Servochier Dennis. I will not be forgetting that name, ladies and gentlemen. Buccaneers defense, led by head coach Todd Bowles, has been one of the subtly best defenses in the NFL. They've been really good at stopping the run this year and eliminating big play factors with the exception of Seattle. Goff looks to throw here And he's under a bit of pressure. He'll roll out to his right. Goff to throw. He'll throw deep, and it's incomplete. There is a flag. I'm expecting there to be a holding on the offense. Goff is saying first down, though, so we'll see. What did I miss? Jahmyr Gibbs, amazingness, I guess I could say. Madden move from Jahmyr Gibbs gets them inside Bucs territory. Here's John Hussey. He's in his 11th season as an NFL referee. His crew today, he'll be joined by Alan Baines, Carl Johnson, Max Causey, Matt Edwards, Anthony Fleming, and Dwayne Haight. So this was on Parrish. It was an illegal contact penalty as you see him hit Williams past the 5 yards there. Those that don't know, illegal contacts, any sort of contact past 5 yards. So you see it a lot there as he's interrupting the route. If Goff had thrown that way, it would have probably been pass interference. But since it was not, the Lions now have a 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line of Tampa Bay. Handoff Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs will get about 2 yards, and this Bucs defense is doing a nice job stopping the run. Heading in my keys to the games, which you can see over in the live chat now. They've been very efficient at stopping the run this season, and if they want to win this game, they really have to keep that up because the Lions have the best. I was going to say one of the best. They're the best running back tandem, period. There is an injured Buccaneer. Oh, no. Is that the guy I've just been talking about? Oh, that'd be sad. I just learned his name. The 2nd and 7 for the Lions after the Gibbs 3-yard run. They're making a nicer opening drive here. Laporta in motion for Tampa Bay. For Detroit. Goff looks to throw over the middle. He's got St. Brown. He'll be into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. And the sun god is back. And the Lions are going to take the early lead. And a great throw, great catch, great execution there. A little bit of blown coverage by Tampa Bay. I'm not exactly sure what caused the break in coverage that just left Amon-Ra. I mean, he beat his guy. He did beat him off the bat. I saw him win. But, it's just not a great defensive play call there. Yeah, they basically left Amon-Ra on a one-on-one, essentially. You cannot do that with one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. So Amon-Ra St. Brown gets in the end zone early for Detroit. It was basically a one-on-one that was not the best play call from Todd Bowles. And because of that, they'll give the Lions a 7-0 lead. We're 3 minutes into this game, and Amon-Ra St. Brown says, 1, 2, 3 minutes. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different parts of my name and 7 points to go along with it. The Lions have the win. Hit him with that. I do know what that means, by the way, but I'm not going to say it because I'm sure you hear it enough. But I appreciate the recognition of the younger viewership of the NFL. At least I hear that enough. So, good start from the Lions. They got going in a different way than I think the Bucs were ready for. Because Tampa's run defense has been exceptional this year. Well, I mean, from what I know. I mean, I could look over right now and the stats are just they're the worst run defense in the NFL, except it's not. I know for a fact it's the Dolphins. But you know what? Let's see. I kind of want to see. Defense. Da, 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 da. It's hilarious. Yeah, okay, that's not team. I've got to do this the long way. We're doing stats. Stats are complicated. People, the real comment, they get handed this stuff. I'm over here having to actually work it out myself. I would use AWS, but we all know how that's going. I was right. Let's go. All right. The Bucs have the 5th best rushing defense in the NFL, and we're seeing it a little bit to start as Jahmyr Gibbs really hasn't had a whole lot of running room. But the Lions have been taking advantage in a different way. They had that mid-game open. They really challenged Antoine Winfield back there, and really it was just a mistake by Tampa. I mean, I get trust in your players. Safety can't be everywhere at once. It was a one high safety in Antoine Winfield, and he really couldn't be everywhere. They left it essentially one-on-one with Amon-Ra St. Brown, and I don't know about you, but I'm trusting Amon-Ra pretty much every day there. The Bucs, as far as passing defense goes, have been a little bit more towards the middle, as they haven't been quite as good there, as they have gotten beaten a few times by a few good passing teams like Seattle. They kind of got toasted by. I say Seattle because that's the game I remember the best. That was like the game of the year. But Tampa that's pretty much been how teams have been able to score against this Bucs offense, Bucs defense. Jared Goff passing touchdowns last 2 seasons by quarter. In the second and third quarter, he leads the NFL in those times. That's a cool stat. Mine's better, but whatever. They're getting it handed to them. Just saying. Again. So Jake Bates, the kicker out of Arkansas, will be kicking this one off to the Tampa Bay offense. We'll get our first look at Baker Mayfield. And this return's a good one. He's going to get over the 40-yard line. The kicker can't tackle him, and he's inside over midfield there. A little tongue twisted today. We'll get over it. A little over midfield, so there is a flag on the play. We'll see what that is in just a moment. But Baker Mayfield, meanwhile, trots off on the field. Here's John Hussey.
Return holding receiving team number 26. That 10-yard penalty will be enforced for the spot foul. First down.
So that's a holding penalty on Merriweather, which will bring the Buccaneers, the Buccaneers' big return back a bit. Yep, that is holding. So that's from the spot, 10 yards back from the 25. So the 15 is where the Bucs will be starting their drive. Rachaad White is the running back, and Baker Mayfield is under center. Mayfield, we got Cade Otton in motion. Hand off Rachaad White, and Rachaad White will go head for about a gain of 6 on the play. Tackle made by Hallett the second. We're learning people's names. I feel like he wasn't here last week. Is that just me? I had no idea who that is. It's like the second time today. Alrighty. All right, Mayfield under center. They gave him 5 yards, so 2nd and 5 for Tampa Bay. Mayfield's under center. And it'll go play action this time. Lions bringing pressure. Mayfield escapes. He's been a Houdini with this stuff, and he slips and falls. Mayfield saying he got hit in the head. A little late there, didn't see. But he'll be, technically, it's going to be a sack. But good pass rush by the Detroit defense to start off this game. Still trying to figure out who that guy was. See, the pressure comes from the interior defensive line. He makes a very good play trying to escape. And then he just, I don't know if he loses his footing or just slides to avoid it. Oh, he kind of did get hit in the head, actually. Just a little bit. Yeah, I got no idea who that guy was. I'll keep trying to figure it out. Mayfield to throw on 3rd and 6. Mayfield under pressure. He rolls to his right, and he'll deliver, but he's going to be thrown out of bounds. That's Sterling Shepard. So it'll be 4th down. So a quick 3 and out for Tampa Bay will force a punt, and the Lions will come back onto the field after only 2 minutes' time. Eric Hallett. Safety is a rookie. Oh, apparently he got a numeral at the end of his name. Good for him. I love people with Roman numerals. I'll also take Tampa 41-37. A little bit. I would love that, though. But the Lions are making it look like it might be a track meet if Tampa can get their offense going. And this one will be punted away back to the Detroit offense, and it'll be fair caught at about the 35.5-yard line, which is where Goff will come back onto the field. These are some of their best uniforms, by the way. I love the black uniforms. I just like black uniforms. I'm classic like that. I just like the darker shades. They're more pleasing to the eyes, more visually nice. So yeah, I think Tampa's gonna win. That would be a great score. I would love that. I would love that score. It is a little bit wishful thinking. I'm expecting a little less. But who knows? The 4th quarter. I'm telling you, this game could be boring. 4th quarter, suddenly it's tie game with 1 minute left. It's just the kind of games Tampa has played. The Bucs have only won 1 game this year. They've only won 1 game this year by more than a touchdown. Just throwing that out there. Beat Seattle by 3. They beat the Jets by 2. They beat the Texans by 1. They beat the Falcons by 3. Then they lost to the Eagles by 6, but that's still within a touchdown. The only team they've beaten by more than a touchdown has been the 49ers, which they won by 11 last week. '49ers also did them a bit of a favor in the long run by beating Atlanta last night on Sunday Night Football. I do believe this was the correct decision, pollers, and the poll did reflect that. I was very satisfied to see it. I was like, oh, this is really good. I'm very proud that I'm improving. I thought the viewers were at the lowest of lows after they picked the Vikings-Steelers London game a couple of weeks ago. Man, all right. We'll get over it. Yeah, we're waiting for the second quarter. After they picked the Vikings-Steelers in London a couple weeks ago, but they seem to have gotten back on track. Correct decision. Going with Bucs Lions. I went on vacation, which is why I didn't include very many. I went on vacation this week. It's fall break. Love that. Yeah. So good stuff. The Amon-Ra St. Brown headstand. They made that into a cake, according to a commercial that I've seen. Entirely too much. Is that real grass? People of Detroit love Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, they love him, and I honestly, why not? He's a great player. He's one of the best. Already today, he's got 1 reception, 27 yards, and a touchdown. You know he's one of the best because I drafted him on my fantasy team. That's how you know he's one of the best. He's one of the real ones. Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to come in motion to the left side. He wasn't quite set, but he did get set. Goff to throw, and he'll throw deep. He's got Amon-Ra into Bucs territory and out of bounds at the 40-yard line. And so Tampa Bay is Detroit is challenging Tampa early on in this game, deep down the field, which I think is the correct thing to do. So credit to John Morton for coming up with the playbook for this game. They're not forcing the rush, though they will have a much better chance if they can establish Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery as this game goes on. But Tampa, at least Tampa. I forgot what I was saying. You distracted me. That was funny, though. Second down after the run from David Montgomery, which only went for a yard. Talking about Amon-Ra St. Brown dropping a pass last week, which I'm sure I remembered, but I don't remember right now. Second and 9. Goff under center. He'll go play action. Montgomery has to pick up a blocker, and Laporta's gonna make the catch. That's Brock Wright. It's the big tight end, Brock Wright. He's more blocking than receiving, but he's split some nice reps so far this season for Detroit with Sam Laporta. Third and 4. You saw nothing. Third and four for Detroit. 7:55 to go here in the first quarter. Todd Bowles looking very comfy and relaxed on the Bucs sideline. Got Brock Wright in motion. Goff looks that way and then goes away for strip sack. Ball's on the floor, and the Bucs recover it. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Yaya Diaby. And the Buccaneers are going to come up with a huge turnover. Yaya Diaby. Ooh, yeah, that's a strip sack. There is no forward motion there. Phenomenal defense by Diaby, getting his hand all up on Jared Goff. That's tough to do on this Lions offensive line, which is highly regarded as one of the best in the NFL. And he goes up against Ted Decker. That is a tough assignment, but credit to him, especially since I thought the most interesting thing that was going to happen on that day was a Bucs defender getting absolutely decked by a Lions offensive lineman who then proceeded to move on as if nothing had happened. Like, that was a great block there, and I did not expect Diaby off that edge. So the Bucs will be taking over at their own 40-yard line, stalling out this Lions team. I don't say it enough because when people say keys to the game, some people say win the turnover ratio. But to me, that's implied. You got to win the turnover battle. If you don't win the turnover battle, things become significantly more difficult for you. And so far, Tampa Bay, they may be losing, but to me, they're running a bit now with that turnover. If they can get their offense going on this turnover, might see a little bit of trouble for the Lions. For the Detroit. So we got Halloween coming up. Feels like just yesterday I wasn't doing Halloween because I didn't do any streams on Halloween, but I guess I could do. Could do. Next week, there's Vikings Chargers on Thursday Night Football, which I don't think's the right choice, probably. Let's see. Yeah, it's not really the right choice, but there's a lot of decent games. I think that one's probably the worst choice because both teams have been dreadfully mediocre. But on Sunday Night Football next week, got Packers Steelers, and Monday night you got Commanders and Chiefs. Then October 30th, essentially the Halloween game, you got the Ravens and the Dolphins. Oh, yikes. That game, best game, is going to be on the 2nd on Sunday night. That one's going to be Seahawks Commanders. It's probably the best one. But if you want Cardinals Cowboys, that's on you. That's on you, guys. But we'll see. So those are the schedules for weeks 8 and 9. Week 10, I could do the Berlin game. Oh, Eagles-Packers is better, though. Eagles-Packers is better than the Berlin game. Week 11, there's no stream. Letting you know now, week 11, there's nothing. There might be a vlog, though, because I'm going to be in Madrid for to watch the Commanders beat the Dolphins. Mayfield having a little trouble, switches the play call, switches to an audible, it seems like. Lions showing heavy pressure. They rush 6, and a good move made by one of the Johnsons. It's called dead. That's what you get for not muting your TV. And it's going to be on the offense. It's going to be a false start penalty. It's still first down. So watch on your right side. I know they're looking at Yaya Diaby, but watch this on the right side. Watch the D lineman just get absolutely just bullied. He just gets bullied by one of the linemen. I don't know. Let's see. A little bit of friendly fire on that play as well. So Mayfield from the 35 after the false start. Mayfield throws deep, and he's going to miss Mike Evans. What's the actual? I can check. I'll check in the next commercial. How about that? Mayfield, top 4 in the NFL through week 6 in pass yards per game and passing touchdowns. Telling you, total QBR, these two quarterbacks are 7 and 8. They could not be more excellent, really. Like, they've been as good as advertised. And Tampa has emerged as, in my opinion, one of the top teams in the NFC, if not the top team in the NFC. They've been so electric to watch, and I'm just on the edge of my seat just waiting for them to kick into the next gear. 2nd and 15, Mayfield throws. It's a low ball to Cade Otton, but he brings it in. So it'll be 3rd and mid, probably 3rd and 6. I'm not sure. I think it got tipped there by Derek Barnes. It did, yeah. Who is it? What am I looking for? Kelvin Shepard. He's in his first season as the Lions D coordinator. Previously, the linebackers coach under defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn. And this is a screen pass to Rachaad White going nowhere. Jack Campbell blows it up. And the Lions defense is going to get off the field again. So double the 3 and out for Tampa Bay to start this one out. So their offense really not getting going. but their defense did win or they are winning the turnover battle technically. But we'll see if that continues as the game goes on. Kelvin Shepard pumped up with his defense. 4th and 9, and the Buccaneers will be punting it away. Fake punt. So Riley Dixon will send this one up to Khalif Raymond, who will fair catch it at the 24. Heard someone just popped up on YouTube. I was like, what's that? Give me 1 second. I've got to plug in my standing desk because I forgot to do this. Yeah, I only have them by like 3 in this game. Only by 3 because I don't trust them enough to win by a blowout margin. I'll just be right over here. You heard nothing. All right. No. My standing desk is broken. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. What? 1 second. Well, that's weird. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess I'm sitting for the whole game. Just park this over. I'll take this down. What is this here? 2 seconds. Still looking for stuff. Getting all my ducks in a row. No, I can't find any of my ducks. This could be because I knocked off a screw on the desk a bit earlier. Huh. Alrighty then. Awkward. Yeah. Well, desk is dead. Kneeling desk. Yellow duck. Gray duck. Yeah. See if I can fix this. Where could that screw have been from? So I didn't think it was from the device, but now it might be. And now it is an actual issue. It says it's on. It's weird. Oh, wait, the game's back. Wait. Thanks for letting me know. Amon-Ra St. Brown in double motion. Hand off Gibbs, and he'll get about 3 yards. Just 6 minutes. Duck, duck, goose. I was duck, duck, goose. Baker Mayfield, 1st overall pick in 2018. Sam Darnold, 3rd overall pick in 20. Okay, thank you. I didn't get to finish reading. Basically, these guys have come out of nowhere. They were trash, and then, oh my goodness, they're back, which has kind of been the story of Baker Mayfield's career. Goff to throw, and he'll hit Amon-Ra St. Brown again. Oh my goodness. Goodbye. And Amon-Ra St. Brown makes a filthy move on the defender to get a huge pickup of 16. Filthy. My goodness. They said, bye. Oh, what a move. And Amon-Ra St. Brown's having himself a night. Wow. All right. Amon-Ra St. Brown through week 6 has a career yards after catch 2,160. Gibbs, I don't know. That stat didn't make sense, though. Pretty sure they messed something up with that. So Gibbs will go up the middle for a gain of 4 on the play. Seven nothing. Lions have the lead. 4.5 to go in this first quarter. Bucs showing sign of pressure. They rush 6, handoff to Gibbs anyway, and Gibbs is starting to get going a little as he'll get 10 yards on the play and a first down. .405 to go here in the first quarter. 1st and 10. Goff, play action. He'll roll to his right. Goff will take it himself, and Jared Goff will get about 6 yards on a scramble. 2nd and 4 coming up for Detroit. Teams who win the turn battle. I need to be more specific, probably. Teams with a +1 turnover differential win 69.4% of games, +2 win 82.3% of games. And this dump off goes to Jahmyr Gibbs, and Jahmyr Gibbs is going to get another nice run for a gain of 24. And the Lions are cooking early with that little dump off. I hope it is. No, I hope St. Brown has a huge day, though. I mean, I'm not exactly relying on him because I have JT as well and JT off. But it's good. I someone to get more points than the total sum of someone that's playing tonight that I forget. Gibbs just got swallowed up by Vita Vea. Gotta like that because he's too big to say it. Vita Vea. It's got to be Vita Vea because that is how huge he is on this defense. He's a great player as well. I mean, he just pushes right through everyone, and Gibbs runs the other way. He comes at him, and he's like, no. And then by the time he starts backtracking, Yaya Diaby's there. 2nd and 13. After that big stop by Tampa, Bucs rush 4, zips it in to Brock Wright again. Haven't seen much of Sam Laporta so far today. 1:45 to go here in the first quarter. 3rd and 9. Jared Goff, 7 of 8 for 130 yards and a touchdown. He's having a near perfect day. St. Brown in motion. Goff to throw. He'll step into one. He'll throw to Khalif Raymond, who will get about 7 yards, but he's going to be shy of the first down. Let's see if Dan Campbell pulls a Dan Campbell. The Bucs defense seems to expect that he will because they're keeping all defensive personnel on the field. We'll see what the Lions are going for. They are going to go for it. 4th down in opponent's territory. They've gone for it 45% of the time, which is the highest in NFL since 2021. 4th and 2 or less, ESPN Analytics says go. Bucs showing heavy pressure. They brush 5. Goff looks to the end zone, overthrows his guy, Isaac Tesla, and there is no flag. So the Bucs will take over on downs. Guess what? They are now winning the turnover margin by 2, which means they have an 83% chance to win this game. Put in the Dan and dangerous. Oh, that's good. I got to use that. Yeah, he just overthrew Tesla. No PI. Goff knows he missed him. So the Bucs will come up with another huge stop. So defensively, it's bend but never break right now for Tampa. But they do need their offense to start breaking through here in the late first quarter. Cade Otton in motion. Mayfield's going to call another audible. Play clock's at 5. And he'll get the snap off, and he'll hand it off to Rachaad White, who'll get maybe a yard. And the Buccaneers don't have to take another snap. Play clock is 3 seconds behind the game clock. So this will probably be the end of the first quarter. Why is Aiden Hutchinson on the field? Right. That was bad. Sorry. I got confused with who had the ball. Again, man. I gotta pop off screen for a minute and just splash some water. All right. End of the first quarter. Lions 7, Bucs 0. Aiden Hutchinson meant to be on the field. Amon-Ra St. Brown already having a monster of a day with 67 yards and a touchdown on 3 receptions. Jared Goff, nearly perfect, but he's got 2 turnovers to his name. But the Bucs haven't been able to get anything going. They got 16 yards of total offense. While the Lions have 160 total yards of offense. Needless to say, the Lions are winning the war while the Bucs are winning the turnover battle. All right, I'm going to pop off screen for just a moment on this first quarter, see if I can figure out what's wrong with a few things here. I haven't been at technical difficulties just in my general space. So I'll try and figure that out, and I'll hopefully be back by the start of the second quarter. I will be. See you in 2 seconds. We're back. One Mississippi. Hey! I still don't know. 2 more things. I don't think that did anything. I fixed problem 1, which was that my side computer wasn't working. All right, let's see. So if you got more than 3 turnovers on the opposing team, 91%. Yeah, so fix that. I just had to go talk to someone more techie. Mayfield goes play action. He'll throw deep for Evans. Oh my goodness! Mike Evans scales the Great Wall for the catch. And the Bucs get a spark of hope on this first play of the second quarter. Incredible catch by Mike Evans. Incredible. And they called PI as well, by the way. When he caught that one-handed, phenomenal. Yeah, I mean, it was pass interference. But what a catch by Mike Evans. Welcome back, Mike. Boy, did the Bucs miss him. Penalties declined. Pass interference, defense. This one's accepted. So it's going to be a first down. Mike Evans, did I not catch it? I'm pretty sure he caught it. It looks like he caught it to me. I think he caught it. He's like, did I not catch it? He's really confused. I really thought he caught it. It's a phenomenal no catch if it is. That's still a highlight reel play. All right. Sorry. Mayfield, another audible. So the Bucs have had their calls scrambled a bit today. Hand off Rashad White. And they'll go for a gain of 1 or 2. To bring up 2nd and 8. Yeah, it says RST, which I can only assume means reset. But I don't know how to do that. All right. 2nd and 8. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Mayfield's 3 of 4 for 9 yards. So they didn't count the Evans reception. They really should have, though. That's kind of mean. 2nd and 8. Mayfield, he's going to dump it off to Rashad White. Rashad White is going to get about 5. So bring up 3rd and short. Yeah, how to reset standing desk. I'm not above it. Okay, it stopped working again. I don't know what to do about this. We're just going to go without Googling for the rest of the night because it's not working. So whatever. So Baker Mayfield, it needed a little spark on 3rd and 3. Mayfield, he'll pump fake, and it's tipped into the air and complete. Good defensive play by the Detroit defense. That was the big man. I think, is that a Lynn McNeil? Number 54. It's the big fella Lynn McNeil. I was right. Just love that feeling. Mayfield, he wasn't going to make it anyway. I honestly think they kind of saved him a bit because the Lions secondary locked down. Not sure where. It didn't look like he was throwing at Crosser to Shepard. So 4th and 3, Riley Dixon is going to have to punt. And they will punt. And it's not a bad one. It'll be fair caught for the 3rd time at the 14-yard line. So the Lions are coming back out onto the field. Tampa's got nothing going for them right now. Lions defense has locked down as Mayfield has only got 14 yards, and the Bucs' first down comes from a penalty. Meanwhile, the Lions have 7 first downs and 7 points. W big man recognition skills. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, so this is just broken. This is broken. At least the sound's working, hopefully. At least I found these shades again. Kind of. Doesn't really work with my real glasses on. There we go. That still looks a little crooked. Just sounds good. Awesome. Got the ball for any very small ball. It's a little bit deflated. But I'm pretty sure that's because I bought it in 2020. Dangerous. That was a really good, deep joke, by the way. I'm not sure anyone got. There's the Amon-Ra St. Brown cake. Tyler Lockett just got released by the Tennessee Titans. That organization, I could get into it. I don't think I gave my live reaction. I could have, but I was on vacay, so I didn't want to. So I can give it a little later if you want. You just ask it at the soonest commercial I'm doing. But it's just a sorry state of affairs. Like, give me bad teams and I'll rant on them. I got one. I'm like so close to taking down that jersey. It wasn't on the Hawks. No, Tyler Lockett went to Tennessee to be with Cam Ward, and he just requested a release. He wasn't even released; he was requested. He requested a release. Goff to throw, and he'll dump it off to Montgomery. Montgomery breaks away from the initial tackle and a nice little run after the catch to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. So Montgomery, you see another good pass rush by Yaya Diaby. I don't know what is my thing glitching or are they actually going this slow? No, they were actually going that slow. See, at least we got better graphics here, other than the score. But the idea is that you're supposed to be watching the game. 1st and 10, or radio style, I guess. Goff hands it off to Gibbs to Montgomery for a loss of 2. Vita Vea on the big tackle. I'm not sure there's a player in the league who you would want to avoid getting upset more than Vita Vea. Like if you're at a grocery store and he accidentally shoplifts and it's your job and you're like a security guard, just like, sir, have a good day. Like he just accidentally, like he just didn't scan it. He didn't see it. Just walks out of it. It's like, sir, I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong? Have a good rest of your day, sir. Thanks. You too. I'll pay for him. Penei Sewell just was targeted on the false start penalties. The second Lions offensive lineman since 1961, I think it said, to be named to the Pro Bowl. 21-yard line, 2nd and 17 for Detroit. Good pass rush again. This one's to St. Brown. Who else? This one will go for a big gain of like 13, I want to say. 13. They gave him 12. So this is week 7 of NFL action. If you can believe it, 2 weeks from now, we're halfway through the NFL season. And week 8 is bye-ageddon because like 10 teams are on bye or something. Amon-Ra St. Brown, through week 6, he's caught 82% of targets, minimum 20 targets, which is the best out of any wide receiver in the NFL. And he gets targeted a lot. I think they like the St. Brown guy. And Goff is taken down for the first time today. And Tampa Bay is having a good day. That's Dennis. That's my guy, Servotier Dennis Servotier. That's my guy. Servotier Dennis. It's a 2023 5th-round pick, linebacker for the Bucs. Haven't heard of this guy before today, but he's had a big impact early on. So the punter, Jack Fox, is punting away, and Cameron Johnson is the return man. And he will return it to the 36-yard line, where Baker Mayfield will try and get things going with just over 10 minutes to play until the half. Is it Servotier? I really hope it's Servotier. Like, how are you? I'm good, Servotier. This sounds very regal. Servotier, like royal name. Yeah. Jack Fox sounds like a homicide detective. See, that's funny because I've always associated his name with a magician. That's really good too. Oh, gentlemen, please welcome to the master illusionist, Jack Fox. It's just a good name. Kind of like Servotier. Like, what'd you name your child? Servotier. guys. Yeah, let's talk about my second favorite team in the NFL. Well, really, my favorite team in the NFL. I don't think I've ever given this list of my favorite teams, but this year, well, I would say they're in the same. They're kind of my second favorite team. I don't know. I'm iffy now. All right, so the Dolphins are obviously number one, which is a sorry state to be in. There's a little piece of me that's hanging out with the Jaguars and Bucs, just a little piece. 4 and 5 are probably the Cowboys and Eagles. Although I used to hate the Cowboys, still don't really like them, but I like the people who like the Cowboys. So I'm neutral towards them. I'm like, those are my guys now. The Eagles, I love the Eagles. I like the Packers. Wink, wink. I don't mind the Panthers very much. But let's talk about the team that has players that has my name on it. Like, they have my name. Therefore, they are the best. So very few teams have players with my name on them. So the 49ers are my second favorite team. They're my real second favorite team. Mayfield play action pass here to start this Bucs drive. He'll go deep. He significantly overthrows everyone. And a big collision from Mike Evans and Cameron Johnson. Both a little gingerly got up. Evans more so than Johnson, but that was incomplete. Name is not the name of the team. The names of the players on the team. And the coach. So this is funny because I didn't think about this until just recently, but the 49ers are the only team in the NFL giving you no, it's not Francisco. Hola, Francisco. Hola. I don't have the deep enough voice to be Francisco. I mean, I have a deep voice, but I don't have Francisco. Mayfield throws underneath to Emeka Egbuka, his first target of the day. Rock Yassin, a little bit of aggressive there. And that tackle will be third and mid. Now, there is a magician. I am Francisco. Francisco Lindor. Oh, wait, that name's already taken. So as I was saying, Lions secondary. Amik Robinson, Arthur Mollett, Eric Hallett, Thomas Harper, and Rock Yassin. Taking the place of Terrion Arnold, Devontae Maddox, Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, and DJ Reed, who are all out. So they got a whole new secondary, and Tampa Bay hasn't been able to capitalize at all. 55% of pass plays this year, the Lions have played man coverage, brought to you by Next Gen Stats, powered by not AWS, I guess. So Mayfield throws over the middle to K. Dotton, and they're going to mark him a little shy. Never mind, they're moving the sticks. First down, Tampa Bay. First natural first down for the Bucs today. It was really close, but the chain gang is what the chain gang said. I'm not sure he got that, but okay. He looked a little short to me. Just a little. I don't know why they show those angles. I don't care. So 1st and 10, play clock's at 3. Mayfield's going to get the snap off. Lions bring blitz. Mayfield goes, man, that's been anticlimactic more than once. 2nd and 10 for Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, a little frustrated. And at the refs as well. Yeah, so as I was saying, 49ers, they have people on their team and in their organization with, they got 3 people. 2 with Kyle as their name, and 1 with my real name. So, little hint there. Hand off Sean Tucker, and Sean Tucker is going to get 4 or 5 yards, bring up 3rd down. They can't see. Little hint my name. They got 1 player with my name, with my real name, and 2 players with Kyle. So they're now my favorite team. I only realized this recently. I'm like, oh yeah, those are my guys. All right. Aiden Hutchinson has a sack in each of the last 5 games, which is a franchise record for the Lions. I didn't know that. This is way too powerful, by the way. Sorry, I was just noticing that because I did this earlier, not that long ago. Mayfield throws right. He's going to be pushed out of bounds. That's incomplete. And good defense by Rock. Yeah. Scene. So 4th and 6 for Tampa Bay. I don't think he got there. That's 1 foot. No. It's down. I know. Yeah, I mean, Rock Ya-Sin's doing a good job on Mike. This thing that I realized where I can do this, which I mean makes sense, but it's also really funny to hear it in my voice because there's normal, there's quiet, and then there's loud. So Riley Dixon almost blocked, but he'll get it off at the 12.5-yard line. So Lions haven't really gotten good field position at all, but the Bucs are barely doing anything. Got ourselves a bit of a defensive battle in this one. Only we could believe, yeah. I'll give you a huge hint. Coaching staff included, by the way, when I say players and coaching staff, so like organization members, because they got 2 players with Kyle as their name, and then 1 player with my real name or 1 coaching staff member. I don't know why I keep saying player. Be surprised. Go take a look and just be like, all right, there's 52 people here, including the ones on injured reserve and the practice squad, which I checked also, by the way. Yeah. I'm making it doable for you now. There's someone in the league with my name, with my real name. There's someone there, and they're on the 49ers. And maybe other places too. I don't really know. Yeah, there's other places too. I just looked up my name. Over time, I'll just slowly leak more until I end up taking a job or something that's actually like, yeah, to get credit, you got to put your name on it. And then it's like if I start a podcast or something with anyone, I'll probably use my real name just so that they don't have to call me RSquared, or I might just use Kyle. But I'll probably use my real name so that I get credit for it. This one's just, it's me. Come on. So you'll learn my name soon enough. Surely. I just, I'm just going to show up on your feed somewhere and be like, so that's his name. Thursday Night Football, Vikings and Chargers. I mean, it's up to you guys. If you want that, if you want that, you want that, If that's what you want. You do you, I guess. Do you want to come with this? Oh, no. False start on the Lions is going to back them up 5 yards. That's really funny. I'm just thinking about how that conversation would go. That's funny. All right. Oh, well, Kyle will haunt me forever. Goff's going to hand it off to Gibbs, who spins out of a tackle. He'll bounce to the left side, and he'll make a very impressive 5 or 6 yards. And a good run. There is a flag. Antoine Winfield maybe got poked in the eye. I'm not sure. They're saying it's on Detroit based on the signals. Dan Campbell is irate. Ooh, there was a bit of a face mask on Gibbs. Oh, they might have called it on Tampa then. No? Block in the back on Khalif Raymond. Wow, all right. So the Lions are backed up even further. It's a very long version of guesser. Yeah. You have this many days. Whenever the time comes. Yeah, okay, it did it. That's blocking the back, yeah. Whenever the time comes, I'm probably just going to make a short that's like, my name is, and then it's just going to cut off, and you're not going to know until the next short comes out like a month later. Yeah, Antoine Winfield did get poked in the eye, by the way. It makes my eye hurt. Oh, ow, ow. It looks like he's already, like, swelling a bit. Yeah, really got him. All right. So 1st and 17 for the Lions. And they are at their own 6-yard line. I'm ready. Safety time. A little bit of confusion on those Lions. Got 3, 2. They'll get the snap off. Handoff Gibbs. Gibbs will get 3 or 4 yards before it'll be taken down. Be 2nd and long. .45 to play here in the second quarter. Antoine Winfield, since 2020, is the only defensive back with 10 sacks, 10 forced fumbles, and 5 interceptions. Oh, that's a crazy stat line. Levante David was injured on the play. It's a huge member of this Bucs defense. Honestly, I don't like Levante David much. I'm not. Sounds bad for a guy who's injured, but he kind of bailed on us. I was hurt. He could have been great. That's very funny. Can you give me one second? It's like, man, you walked out on us. I don't have any sympathy. Like, how dare you? I don't like you. Just go. That's some next level psychological stuff. Like on the field, player on the ground. I don't like you. It's awful. I gotta having another technical issue. Click. Okay. Technical issue minorly resolved. Hey, at least the stream's working. I don't care about everything else, really. The stream's working, whatever. I can do fun without the search bar working. I'm guessing that's powered by AWS as well. I'm going to town on them today. They don't deserve any sympathy. They shut down Canvas. Unacceptable. It's amazing how that's the thing that bothers me the most. Not that Prime's down. I'm like, they took down Canvas? Man. It's like school problems. Can't believe they took down Canvas. How rude. It's terrible. Baker Mayfield's not having a great time looking on. 6:35 to play. Goff. He'll throw over the middle to Raymond, and Khalif Raymond's going to come about 6 or 7 yards shy of the first down marker. It's 3rd down. If I don't make it as a commentator. Any team, just call me up. I'll be your voice guy. I'll be the voice of the Detroit Lions. It's third down. Goff drops back deep. He'll throw over the middle. It's incomplete. Intended for Khalif Raymond. There is a flag. And did they hit Goff late? Goff is saying first down. And Winfield, it looks like the penalty might have been on Antoine Winfield. It's illegal contact on number 31 of the defense. That's just unacceptable. No, it's on Jamal Dean, number 35. They were showing Winfield. Let's see, he's 1, 2, 3. Yep, he's like 7 yards down the field at the time of contact. Dean doesn't win either. He's like, I'm telling you, if you're gonna get penalized, at least save a touchdown. He lost. Amon-Ra St. Brown like buried him. Could have had a touchdown if Goff hit him. Gibbs breaks up the middle. It's a foot race. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Detroit! Sonic Jahmyr Gibbs to the house. And the Lions are taking a 2-score lead. A 78-yard touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. And the penalty ends up giving the Lions 6 or 7 points. Wow. And the Lions may have just broken this one wide open with the second quarter already almost up. Insane run by Jahmyr Gibbs. That was just pure speed. I want to know what mile per hour he hit on that run. Insane. And the extra point from Jake Bates is drilled. 14-0. The Lions have the lead. And the health guy giving him, oxygen, man, you ran way too fast. No human body could run that fast. Insane. Jahmyr Gibbs absolutely took off there. I want to know the mile per hour count. One of my favorite commercials ever, by the way. The one on the screen. I'm getting distracted. But Nissan and Dr. Pepper just, like, it's not an obvious Dr. Pepper collaboration, but that's the sheriff. That's the sheriff from the Fansville by Dr. Pepper commercials. I saw it for the first time. I was like, what? Worlds colliding. Greatest commercial Nissan's made of Heisman House. Greatest commercial. So you see Gibbs gets a nice block from Khalif Raymond, and Winfield, he gets in a foot race with the wrong guy. And look at Raymond here, just a quick little motion inside, and just a great block picked up. Gives him just enough time to take off running. And what a hole he had. And the defense, again, that's the second play now where I've just not been a fan of the single high safety. That's a cool celebration, by the way. Yeah, so I'm just not cool with the single high safety right now because the Lions are getting them with it. And that time, it was just the linebackers are too far down. Oh, sorry. Jahmyr Gibbs, 37th career touchdown, second most in first 3 seasons in Lions history to Barry Sanders. That is good company. This is a touchback, so the Lions will be taking over at the 35-yard line. They need something. They really, really need something. The Bucs on their first 4 drives have punted 4 times. So they're in need of a bit of a spark here. But here's the deal. They put together a lovely drive. They could tie this game up after halftime. They can really get going. They have been outgained by 230 yards. Hand off Rachaad White. Rachaad White with a mean stiff arm. That only goes for 5 yards, but good stiff arm. Like a knife through butter. Making me hungry. What a stiff arm by Rachaad White. Get off me. Really good. It was an angry run for 5 yards. Mayfield under center. Rashad White is still the running back. Lions bring pressure on the play action. Rush 6. Mayfield launches deep. He's got Evans. He drops it. And Mike Evans is injured. And Mike Evans is injured bad. It was a dime by Mayfield, and it looked like he would have caught it. I think he did catch it, but he got hurt and couldn't maintain the concentration. That is unfortunate. Let's see exactly what happened here. He makes the play. He catches it. I would go as far to say that he caught it. Like, just from a football standpoint, I think he caught it. He has possession. He has possession on the way down. He has possession, but he just lets go because he gets injured. So he had a strained left hamstring coming into this game, which cost him 3 to 4 weeks. I don't know what this injury is, but he's sitting up, but he's not standing right now. And it kind of looked like he was having trouble breathing, which concerns me a bit. I think it might have been a catch because he had possession all the way through. I think this is worth throwing the challenge flag if you're Todd Bowles, but obviously you're worried about your star receiver. Yeah, he's really struggling. And Josh Grizzard is trying to get his offense in order here on 3rd and 5. I would challenge it. Give your team a little more time. Bucs sidelines just looking on. Yeah, I don't think it's a leg injury. I'm not entirely certain what happened. I think I know. But I don't want to say because I don't know. But it looked like he was having some trouble breathing for a bit. So 3rd and 5 for the Bucs. If they got a smart analyst up in the booth, they got to be telling him to challenge this. But it doesn't look like they will. Sterling Shepard in motion. Mayfield on 3rd and 5, he'll throw. He's got nothing. He's got to make magic happen and he'll be sacked. That is another Tampa Bay. So see, he wanted a Bucca, and then maybe he wanted Johnson down there, but just really great defense by Detroit. So Riley Dixon will punt it off for the 5th time today, as he is going to have a sore leg after this one. This will be fair caught at the 14. I will say Riley Dixon. This guy's pinned him within the 15 every single punt. Like, every single punt. He's been an incredible punter. Like, he's not giving them the field position to get much going. But, man, that's tough for Tampa. Because to me, that injury, it looks like a rib injury. To me. Or like a chest. Maybe like a pectoral. But it's really unclear because he went down on the ball, which makes me think he could have hurt something in his chest area, which could be why he was struggling to breathe, because it's hard to breathe with a broken rib. Not that I've ever had one, but I watched Dr. Mike. So from the Lions' 14-yard line, Goff to throw. He's under pressure, steps up, and he'll shovel one underneath to David Montgomery for about 3 or 4 yards. Second down. I'm a medical expert now. Also, I only watch it occasionally, not too often. I hold my subscriptions. I don't subscribe to very many people. If like hardly any. Only people that I'm like, they produce stuff that I'm constantly like very interested in. Goff to throw, and Hill managed to hit his target. A great throw and a great catch there, but there is a flag. Let's see what the flag is. Saying it's coming back. He's saying there was no push off, which means they're calling OPI. Jamal Dean says he pushed off and he wants the flag. Pass interference, offense number 1. Yep, they did in fact push off. And Jameson Williams. She'll push him back again, which means they're on their own 9-yard line now. And that will go half the distance to the goal, which is why it's gonna land on the 8-ish or 9-ish. Ooh. Jamal Dean may have had a little bit of contact on Khalif Raymond as well. It's kind of what it looked like the flag was for, too, based on location. Jameson Williams has got no targets tonight. They haven't needed to, really. Goff, he'll throw deep to St. Brown, and he overthrows him slightly. It'll be 3rd and forever for the Lions. Thank you. Appreciate it. Really appreciate it. You know, they say the biggest jump isn't from 1 subscriber to 1 million subscribers. It's from 0 to 1. So I really appreciate you being here. Lions this season, they have not converted on 3rd down from more than 15 yards. 0 for 18. Heavy pressure, and it's batted down in the end zone. Oh, good play by Roberts. A really good play. That was Elijah Roberts who made that, who came off the edge there. Oh, interior more. And he just bulldozed his way through and got Goff right where he wanted him. Elijah Roberts, he's a rookie out of SMU. So Jack Fox will be punting away from his own end zone. And it's a good punt. And it's a solid return, which will get him about the 37. Niners, yeah. Mike Evans is being carted off the field. Mike Evans in his 12th season, he's got franchise records in touchdowns, receiving yards, and receptions. Notice where he's holding him, where that medical staff has his arm. I think it's rib, maybe back. I feel like if it was back, they would have stabilized him a little more. Which makes me think chest or pec or something. But it's hard to talk. See him move his arms. I don't know. Mayfield, heavy pressure. He'll hit Sterling, who drops it. And it's a fumble recovered by the Lions. First down, Detroit. And this has been a series of unfortunate play. And the Lions are in Bucs to the camera. This is how I did it. And a great punch from Mick Robinson. And I think it was Alex Anzalone who recovered it. It was not. I don't think. I think it might have been Aiden Hutchinson, actually. What a punch, though. Like, dang. He got his full fist on the ball. Tristan Wirfs almost got it, but Aiden Hutchinson comes up with it. Then Mick Robinson comes up with a big... How about this Lions backup secondary? They are balling out right now. We're on it too, yeah. They could have gotten in. So the Lions have a chance to make it 21-0. In which case, I'm gonna take a 2-hour nap, and then I'll see you at 3 at what time is it Eastern? 10. See you at 10 for Texans Seahawks. No, I'm kidding. I would have to make a new thumbnail. Handoff to Montgomery, who's gonna get 5 or 6. Second down for the Lions. It's gonna be 2nd and 4. And the Lions do not have to take a snap. Mike Evans, concussion, shoulder is the official report. So I was a little off. I was right about the ball being the thing that caused the problem, though. So I guess the head, too. But he did look... That's good. Yeah, so shoulder injury. So he did come down hard. And I guess that time on the floor, they were saying, yeah, they did a quick test on him. And he didn't remember who the 16th president of the United States was. So we're at the 2-minute warning. Lions 14, Bucs 0. So the Lions got a chance to make this a blowout, in which case we might have to see another miracle like we did yesterday at middle of the day-ish, kind of like, not really. It was like 4. I don't really know what to call it. Near dusk, late afternoon, I guess. Late afternoon time. When the Broncos scored 33 fourth quarter points to come back to defeat the New York Giants at home in Mile High. They're calling it the miracle at Mile High. All right. 90% of the country has a concussion. Stuff falls. So are the Chargers the same old Chargers? Oh, yeah, they're frauds. I knew they were. But here's the deal. They can become not frauds. They can become not frauds by getting an offensive line. Because Herbert can work wonders if he has time. Which we've seen this season. He can work wonders when he has time. But he's got 4th string linemen out there. And he just lost Mekhi Becton as well. Like, he's got no one to face. He might as well have the Publix grocers blocking for him. He's got nobody. And that's causing some serious issues for the Chargers. And he's being put under too much pressure. And that's why the Chargers are losing. So they're not legitimate until they can get someone to protect him. As for the Colts, Jonathan Taylor is that good. I'll give you that one. Jonathan Taylor's that good. The Colts defense is good. Which I could go into a whole rant about Lou Anarumo and all of that and his career and how good he is. Goff drops back to pass and he'll throw over the middle. It's incomplete, heading towards Jameson Williams, his first target of the day. So it'll be 4th and 5. So the Bucs get a quick little 3 and out here. We'll see if they trot on the field goal unit. So the Colts, I think they could be good. I don't trust Daniel Jones necessarily, but the real test for the Colts comes if Taylor gets injured. Which if he doesn't, the Colts can do anything they want. Because if they could, the play action has been deadly for them. Jake Bates, by the way, misses the 54-yard attempt. So the Bucs, I should say, are getting incredibly lucky here. That was a huge stroke of luck. Let's see, Fox. Kind of a bad hold. Not a great hold. Terrible kick. And it was wobbly from the start. I thought someone had blocked it. The Lions, so good for the Bucs. That was a big stop for Tampa at their own 36. So pretty much ignore the 4 minutes and move on. They're a great 2-minute drill team. Let's see if they can kind of up the tempo here, get some points on the board. Mayfield to throw. Mayfield is going to throw underneath. It's maybe intercepted. And we'll wait for the call. Lions all say they have it. Oh, it kind of. That's going to give it to the Bucs. Snap the ball. They get it off. They called it dead. So Campbell got the challenge off. No, he can't challenge it. He must have called timeout. Called timeout to give him a chance to look at it. Let's see the call here from John Hussey.
Throw was high. Well, even you see it's on his shoulder pad, and all that is hang on to that with one hand.
So
that's a great job by Kate Ott, because it sure looks like Mollett has the ball. And then after this is when Otten kind of rips away, but his right arm is in there. And this is interesting, Russell, because the call catch by Kate Otten. That's exactly right, Joe.
Yeah, okay. So I was about to say what he said is that Otten has the ball. That's a catch by the ruling on the field. And to me, whatever the ruling was going to stand because that's incredibly close. So I think the correct call would be the catch. Would be the 4-yard gain for the Bucs, strictly because I don't think they could overturn it. Like, that is an incredible play by both. I mean, Kate Otten, keeping his arm in there really, because that ball was all Mollett. Like, that's incredible strength, keeping your arm on the ball. Because here's the deal: Otten never took his hand off the ball. He never bobbled it. He's got it pinned. Where's my ball? Here we go. He's got it pinned right here the entire time. Did they call it interception? They called it an interception. So first down, Lions. Oh my goodness. Insane play by Arthur Mollett. Insane. So the Lions are going to have a first down again. So back-to-back turnovers for Tampa Bay. Calvin Shepard, hyped up, almost breaks Mollett's neck. So the Lions got the ball again. Turnover margin's tied now. In just 2 plays, Lions defense has come to play. 1st and 10 for Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions. Insane. Handoff Gibbs. Gibbs is going to get maybe a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 9. So yet another attempt for the Lions to potentially go up 21-0. The Bucs are just keeping to give them a chance. The offense got to get tired soon, or the Bucs defense has to get tired. One or the other. 2nd and 9. 1:10 to play here until the half. It's going to be a quick out route to St. Brown, who'll get 8 yards. It'll be 3rd and 1. This is a tough situation for Tampa to be in. They can't get anything going. Good news is they get the ball after halftime. And I think how they respond to halftime is going to be how this game goes the rest of the day. Goff under center. Gibbs is the back. 3rd and 1. Oh, he'll take it himself. Quarterback charge more than sneak. It's going to be really close, but I think they're going to give him the first down. They will. Game clock is still ticking. And it stopped, which makes me think the Lions called timeout. The Lions called timeout. So they had the forced fumble from a Mick Robinson. And then they had the interception, which was just a remarkable effort by Arthur Mollett. So the Lions defense has not only shown up on Monday Night Football, but they've showed up to win. Like, this is an incredible performance from probably the most beaten down and battered secondary in all of football right now. And Kelvin Shepard has got to be insanely proud of his guys. It's 1st and 10 from the 38. Through week 6, the Bucs only had 2 turnovers. Oh, Goff gets drilled. Jared Goff just absolutely drilled Jared Goff. Can you still hear me? Just checking. Just make sure you can still hear me. Have I cut out at any point? Just let me know. I did cut out. Or you can still hear me. They're showing Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. You froze for a couple. Okay. I got a little notification saying we had some trouble. Please wait. So I was like, what? So 2 of the best on your screen, Troy Aikman and Joe Buck. 2 of the best in the game. Goff intercepted. The Bucs take it the other way. Jamal Dean. First down, Tampa Bay. And it is defense at its finest. And the Bucs are still alive. Are you kidding me? And Tampa's defense has kept them legitimately in this game. And Jared Goff I'm not sure what happened. See, that was just a bad decision. That was just a really bad decision from Jared Goff. You see Jamal Dean, he just kind of drifts up. He just drifted upward. That was just really good corner play by Jamal Dean. Really aware of where the quarterback's throwing the football. So the Bucs now have 21 seconds to get 10 yards to get in field goal range for Chase McLaughlin. That's his career long. Mayfield to throw. He'll step up. He hits Shepard. He'll get to the first down line. Timeout number 1 for Todd Bowles. 14 seconds on the clock. 1 up. Do they know they don't only need 2 turnovers? They have to score 2. But this is where Tampa thrives. First 7 drives tonight, 21 plays, 36 total yards, 2 first downs, 1 by penalty, 1.9 yards per play, fumble, loss, and interception. Fewest yards through 7 drives since 2009. Wow. We have seen a historically bad offensive performance from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers through this first half. This is the first play in Lions territory for Tampa Bay tonight. Mayfield under pressure, rolls left, throws on the run, it's caught. Go down, Johnson. Johnson goes down. Timeout. There was a fumble. They get it off 4 seconds to go. He really should have gone down. Okay. I don't know what you do here. I really don't know what you do. Yeah, they got to kick the field goal. Yeah. They want the touchdown, but they got to kick the field goal because they just haven't been able to get anything going. Try and make it a 4-point game next time the Lions get the football. Just give it your best shot. Yeah, just kick. 53-yard attempt. Chase McLaughlin. It's up, and it is good. He sneaks it in. And so the Buccaneers turned disaster into daylight as the darkness has finally started to clear out a bit. So a little bit of hope left in the Bucs after that late interception by Jamal Dean and a couple of good throws from Baker Mayfield. They're down by 11, which is the bad part, but they're still in the football game. So the Bucs receive the second half kickoff. Hopefully it's a whole new half because we saw ridiculously bad offense from Tampa Bay. Let's hear what Todd Bowles has to say.
That's huge. We got to be better on first down. Obviously, we want to do a better job on first down. If we can get manageable with the sticks, we'll be okay.
What can you do to continue to try to affect Jared Goff from your defensive standpoint?
We're doing a good job defensively. Obviously, we let the run out of there and we misfit that one. But defensively, we're getting after them when we get favorable passing downs.
All right, thanks, Todd.
Yeah.
Joe.
Gordon Fink.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with him. Offensively, they got to make it easy on themselves. They're getting in tough situations. They're getting knocked deep. And then those 2 turnovers. I can't believe the Bucs survived that. In all honesty, they should be down 28-0 right now. But they've showed their incredible resilience and their belief in their team that they've really been able to come out here and miraculously been able to be down only 11. So these last 2 minutes have told me more about these Bucs first half than the rest of it. Because although their offense significantly struggled throughout the first bit, that was incredible. This game has felt 98% like it has. And the 2% came in the last 20 seconds. Just incredible resilience by Tampa Bay, staying in the game. The Lions have 3 turnovers, but they're up by 11. The Bucs have 2 themselves. So it's been a defensive matchup. Really nothing good happened for Tampa Bay so far. Maybe 2 football. He's only got 4 with Tampa Bay. And 3 in those. I can't believe Brandon Graham is coming out of retirement for the Eagles. That's insane. I mean, he's been on their YouTube page enough that you thought he would still on the team. But it's good to see that he's actually back. Jared Goff is 12-3 in 15 career primetime starts with the Lions. So Goff's got the better total track record. But which it's showing. It's showing right now. Mayfield's 9 of 16 for 47 yards and an interception. Well, Goff, how does that give anybody enough time to read that? Well, I'll use my own. Fine. Goff is 13 of 19 for a touchdown and interception and 183 yards. There's Jahmyr Gibbs. They're showing the mile per hour count. He hit 22.2 miles per hour. That's faster than a really bad car. Insane. I should say it's faster than a car in a school zone. Insane. And now it's a great first half by Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon-Ra St. Brown for that matter. Early on in this game getting going. Well, Tampa just forget about any kind of offense. But their defense did their job considering they allowed a 78-yard touchdown and a magnificent opening drive. Their defense has been solid. Because this game really should be like 28-0, 35-0. If the Bucs didn't have a good defense behind them, this game's done. I'm going to bed for 2 hours and coming back for Seahawks-Texans. But of course, not doing that, actually. Not really. Seahawks-Texans, by the way, it's going to start before we end. I'm not going to do the whole game, but I might keep tabs on it just during commercials. Just because it's a good game. It's another good game. I'm just not doing it. The sun will rise. When you don't live in America and a game's a little too late, it's like I could, but the sun will rise and then there's no sleep. Uh, oh my God, so I can't do it. I was gonna do the double header, but then I'm like, 10? 10? I can't do 10. I might just forget it. So I'll do, as long as this game's going, I'll do Texans Seahawks on the side. But otherwise, forget about it. Ain't happening. All right, we got 8 minutes. I'm probably gonna take off for a few seconds. I give Tom like 2 minutes. I always wait for half of halftime and then I'll go make myself another drink and get going. So the Lions dominating, really. Should be a better game than it is. I wouldn't be so sure. I didn't see that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I will say, though, I can tell when it's light. And it's one of those things where you're like, your circadian rhythm knows where it's like, it's daytime. So, like, this has happened once. Only once, where I've stayed up for a game. And it was during, not daylight savings, the other one. The one in, like, mid-May or whatever. It's earlier than that. And that thing, and I just couldn't sleep because the sun was up. Like it was up. Like I couldn't see the sun per se, but like it was light. It was bright. So I was like, I just can't sleep. So I just didn't. And yeah, I didn't go well. I just kind of was tired the rest of the day. It's like I pulled an all-nighter. Used to it. I will say, people think I'm a psycho. They're like, are you kidding me? You stayed up how long last night? Which may or may not have been in a different language. May or may not. I mean, who knows? I could just speak Dutch. I actually speak Dutch, just waiting for the NFL's first game in the Netherlands. Or I could be throwing you a curveball. We'll see. That one time, it's gonna happen again. I'll probably I'm not gonna be here too much longer, honestly. It's not too much longer. Probably coming back to Florida at some point. Okay, you got me. It's not Dutch. It's not Dutch. You can keep going. Keep guessing though. Like I would actually give you Dutch. That's so funny. I wouldn't dare. It would be so obvious, right? I don't speak Dutch. World's best email. Now live on your channel. Thanks, man. Stupid. It's my favorite email. It's the stupidest email, but it's amazing. It's really funny. I should really go make my drink now. Yeah, nope, still not working. Okay, whatever. All right, I'm gone. I may or may not have just hit the microphone. I'm sorry. I'll be back in like 2 minutes probably. Peekaboo. We're back. Happy halftime. So, what's up? I'll be taking suggestions now, I guess. I don't know. It's halftime. We got a minute left. Whatever we want to do. So I'm going to sit again. Hey, I mean, that's what you got him for. Don't get me started on the Packers, though. 'Cause, again, for probably the 7th straight week, nothing to be happy about. Nothing. It was an embarrassing win, first of all. Like, I get it. A win's a win, but it's an embarrassing win. Like, 27-23 against Jacoby Brissett and the Cardinals. Their quarterback played like garbage. Your running game was essentially non-existent unless it was from like 10 yards out into the end zone. He had 55 rush yards. Basically was throwing to no one. The only highlight was Micah Parsons. I don't want to hear anything else. Like, the Cardinals at one point in the game had a 73.5% chance of winning. That is not acceptable. Like, I get it. But at that point in the game, the Cardinals' 72.5 win percentage was higher than any point in the game for the Packers other than after they scored that game-winning touchdown. What? Where are you? Why are you giving Ram teams life? They're playing with fire. And watch, they're going to go out against Pittsburgh on Sunday Night Football, and they might lose that one. They are playing with fire. They have to, or they are going to be in big, big trouble. Already lost to the Browns. It can't happen anymore. Dan Campbell on the sideline. Mayfield under center. Handoff, White. And he'll get 3 or 4. Talk loud. Honestly, talking seems hard for Dan Campbell. Like, he's such an expressive guy, but it looks like it physically hurts him. Hamzar! Harzam! Yes, we're just the jerk. Hopeful but never dominant. You could be dominant, though. There's something broken with the Packers offense, and they have to fix it because they are like dangling themselves. They're basically the kid who keeps, leaning backwards on the chair, and the teacher keeps telling them 4 legs on the ground. Mayfield throws over the middle. He's got a Bucca into Lions territory. This is what we've come to expect from the Tampa Bay offense in their second play of the second half. But yeah, that's the problem with the Packers. Is they're the kid is like 4 feet on the ground. Oops, sorry, Mrs. Mayweather. And then they do it again until they fall. That's what they're doing right now. They need to stop. I only have 2 of them, teacher. Mayfield under center. Handoff, Rachaad White. Rachaad White, a solid run for 6 yards. So Tampa Bay's trying to get the ground game rolling. And Igbokwe as well. Second and 3 for Tampa Bay. Emeka Igbokwe, he's from Steilacoom, Washington. He's the 19th overall pick in the 25 draft at Ohio State. 4th most receiving yards and tied 3rd most receiving touchdowns man, in the NFL since week 3. It's like, hiccup. When you're commentating and you get the hiccups on live television, scare me, please, scare me. Play clock's at 1. Play action pass. Mayfield launches deep. He has a bucket and he misses him. He underthrows him. 3rd and 3. Harper breaks it up. He had him. And a big missed opportunity for Tampa Bay. That is unfortunate. Booker toasted a McRobinson. And he just underthrew him. Because he beat a McRobertson fair and square. Would have been a touchdown if he put it out in front of him. Mayfield's 0 for 5 on 20-plus yard throws. Mayfield takes his second option, hits Sterling Shepard for a gain of 4 and a first down. So at least the Bucs are improving. They're making the plays they need to make to get the first down. 12:20 to play here in the third quarter. 1st and 10. All right, analyzing. Mayfield under center. White's the back. Handoff goes to Rashad White. Rashad White will get 1, maybe 2 yards, and the Lions have the football. And the refs are wondering if he was down by forward progress. I can read refs' lips. Let's see. Ball's out there. It might have been forward progress. They're going to say forward progress. 2nd and 9. There was a false start penalty on number 62 of the offense. 77, whatever. So they get it. Okay. Perfectly good. Like, honestly, Charlie Heck's like, okay, whatever. I'll take the penalty. Because that was close. I think it was forward progress. I think that's the right decision. But another lucky break for Tampa Bay, who almost had their 3rd catastrophic turnover. 2nd and 14 for the Bucs. Johnson in motion. It's batted in the air and incomplete. It's 3rd and 14 for Tampa Bay. He was intended for Tez Johnson. Okay. Yeah, this isn't going well. Derek Barnes, he comes off the edge here, and he read him like a book. He gets his full 2 hands on it. If he had some crazy arm control, he probably could have caught it. 3rd and really long here. This was something Todd Bowles said he wanted to fix, was they have to make it more manageable. And they haven't been at all manageable today for Tampa Bay. Play clock's at 2. They'll get the snap off. Mayfield steps into one, throws it underneath to Tez Johnson, who has to make a move and cannot. It's going to be short. 4th and 2? You might want to consider staying on the field here. He's thinking about it. He said on 4th and 2, and he's got that mischievous glint in his eye. I think you go. They haven't had any offense. This is the first sign of life for Tampa Bay. I would go for it. White's the back. He'll get the call and the first down on a 4-yard run. 1st and 10 for Tampa Bay. Well, gotta get worse before it gets better. I mean, it's possible. They did just get the first down. They've had a good play call both times. So they know they're in 2-down territory at this point, down by 11. Josh Grizzard, he's got 27.5 points per game through 6 weeks in the NFL, which is 6th in the NFL. 1st and 10, Sean Tucker's the running back for the Buccaneers. Play action. Mayfield, he's got nothing. He'll hit Tucker on the dump off, who will be brought down after a gain of 2. It's a good opening drive for Tampa Bay as far as time takes, as it's been about 5 minutes and 45 seconds, just about. In 5 seconds it will be. 2nd and 8 for Tampa. Buccaneers total yards in the first half, they had 58. On this drive, they've had 50. So their offense, they're trying to get them back in the game. Play clock's at 3. 2, Sean Tucker, still the running back. It's a screen, and it was read perfectly, but Mayfield makes an excellent throw. Tez Johnson with a hurdle. He's in! Touchdown! Tampa Bay! Fire the cannons! And Tez Johnson, incredible effort to get the Buccaneers in the end zone for the first time, 22 yards. It's the rookie out of Oregon. Incredible. Showing Charlie Heck, because this play was blown. Heck moves on. Hutchinson, he knows it's a screen. He blew it up. Charlie Heck bodied someone. He bodied Jordan Whiteside over there. Absolutely bodied him, which paves the way for Tez Johnson to score. The Buccaneers are going for 2, which is the correct decision, by the way. They're 1 of 3 on the season. The NFL success is 47%. Rachaad White is back in the game on the 2-point attempt. It's Johnson in motion. Mayfield steps up, throws, incomplete. Batted away. Good defense there by our Whiteside. So he gets back up from getting absolutely drilled and makes a great play. That's Nick Whiteside. Sorry. Everyone's got Roman numerals at the end of their name. I'm a big fan of Roman numerals, personally. How is this a one-score game? The Bucs defense has been incredible. Their defense has kept them in this football game, and their offense is finally coming alive. It's a brand new ball game, folks. 5-point Lions lead. They're getting the ball. That was very bad. Sorry. Dun, dun, dun. That was better. In just under an hour, the Seahawks and Texans will be kicking off from Lumen Field. All right, I have a question. Very important question. How would we feel using the row we, of course, which is absolutely no hint to my location whatsoever? It's not at all. Go Ireland! No, I'm just kidding. Independence! How would we feel if I hire someone to make us some music? Because the idea I had is I know someone who plays an instrument, who's got a YouTube channel, and I feel like shouting them out. Had this feeling for a bit. Feel like shouting them out. So I was thinking, maybe I commissioned them to play us the Thursday night, Sunday night, and Monday night football songs on their instrument. And then I can use them for use because it's played by someone. Technically. It's totally original, or I have them change one note or something. What? But it's just a thought I had that I think. Thoughts. Saw Cameron Johnson in motion. He never got set, by the way. Which I think is maybe what they were pointing out, is that he didn't get set. So Chase McLaughlin is going to kick this one off, and it will be returned at the 1-yard line out to the 27. Is that a yes? I haven't reached out. It's probably going to take them a bit to learn it. I like the thought and I like the shout out. Yeah. I just feel like it because I've worked with this person in the past. Not necessarily here, but I've worked with this person in the past. Tez Johnson was at Bo Nix draft. That's so nice. I didn't realize he was there. So that could be fun. Super Bowl, Broncos, Bucs reunion. Goff handoff Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs. He almost broke away there. Going to give him 5 yards. So what I was thinking is I've had him on before as a guest, not necessarily here, but I've had them on. Giving away too much. It's a secret. I'm really bad at keeping secrets, okay? I'm surprised my name hasn't been leaked yet. It really should have been a long time ago. Actually, it was. It was leaked once. I deleted it like really quickly, but it was leaked once. Goff under center, play action. Goff throws to Brock Wright. He'll be stopped. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Actually, that was Laporta. That was Laporta this time. But yeah, so they were on the channel once, and they didn't have a YouTube channel then. Not this channel, but a channel. Well, could be this channel. Secrets are hard, man. It was a channel. And they didn't have a YouTube channel then, so I didn't get to shout them out. So I would love to get a chance to shout them out now. They do, but, I like mutual contribution, Goff, he'll throw. He's got Brock Wright this time, who gets carried out of bounds for a big gain of 14, which takes him to about midfield. $7-10 here in the third quarter. Bucs took a lot of time off the clock on that opening drive of the second half. Lions are trying to find a way to make this a 2-score game yet again. All right. Lock it in. All right. Gibbs, he's got a full head of steam, and he'll go forward for a gain of 15. Good run from Jahmyr Gibbs. I love those kind of plays. When you got a fast running back like that, and you can just get them running before you hand the ball off, the momentum takes him here. As you see him shovel, he gets running. He just takes it in stride, and then it's just speed. He's got a whole ton of open room there. And it was up to one guy basically to stop him. It's 1st and 10. Amon-Ra St. Brown in motion. We'll go back the other way. Handoff Gibbs. He breaks the first tackle, and he's brought down after 3 yards. 5:55 here in the third quarter. 2nd and 7 to play. 2nd and 7. Total offense tonight. Jahmyr Gibbs, rush yards 130, Buccaneers 33. Receiving yards 54, Buccaneers 97. Total, he has 54 more yards than the Buccaneers. Ball game for Jahmyr Gibbs. 5.5 to go. Goff under center. Gibbs still the back. Laporta in motion. And Goff will dump it down to him. And he's in the open field. And he'll hit the 10. And he's taken down at the 5. A great tackle by Antoine Winfield. He could have had a touchdown there. 1st and goal for Detroit. The music. Yeah. I would play that like the beginning during halftime or something. Goff, handoff Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs, spin move, touchdown. Detroit Lions. Jahmyr Gibbs has his 2nd of the day. How about it? And the Lions hop back in front by 2 scores. It's an 11-point lead pending the extra point. So the Lions are trying to bury the Bucs. Fancy, I know. That's the point. I'm trying to update things, keep it interesting. And what a spin move by Jahmyr Gibbs. Boom. And a clever move gets the Lions in the end zone. And the extra point from Jake Bates. Good. 21-9. The Lions on top. All right. They're showing Penei Sewell. I'm like, oh, he missed. Whatever. So 21-9. Lions have the lead. But Tampa's offense, they just kind of got going again. So it'll be interesting to see whether the Bucs will be able to maintain their offensive pressure on Detroit. At this point, I'm not certain they can. They haven't been ultimately consistent. But it'll be interesting to see how Buccaneers look on their second drive. I would go for 2 again. Get them back to 17. If they do score, that is. All right. Now what? Commercials are always so awkward. Like, this is when I would play the music. Just, I got nothing good to say, so I'm just... Is McDaniel safe? For this week, yes. Based on reports, he's safe. Somehow. He really shouldn't be. But based on reports, he's safe for the future. Here's the deal. Stephen Ross. I would know him better than most people. He fires people 2 different ways. He'll fire them at a bye week, or he'll fire them at the end of the season. He doesn't tend to fire random in the middle of the season like after a bad loss. Like I said earlier, there's only ever been 3 interim head coaches in the Dolphins' history, and 2 of them have come under Stephen Ross. Actually, yeah, 2, maybe 3 have come under Ross. And both of them, 2 of the 3 of them were Todd Bowles and Dan Campbell. And Dan Campbell, they both came after a bye. I actually went to the game that Joe Philbin was fired at. I think it was Philbin. That Joe Philbin was fired at, and Campbell took over in 2015. So I was there for that. I got to see Dolphins coach fired after a loss to the Jets in London. And I think if McDaniel gets fired, the one that I would circle on your calendars is the bye week after the Madrid game. And the other Johnson, Cameron Johnson, is going to get to about the 21-yard line. So the answer is McDaniel's safe for now, but he shouldn't be. He really shouldn't be. Khalif Raymond. Although I have said multiple times that I blame Tua more, which I still do. 2 through 3 interceptions, which is we're glad we put Ewers in, even though Ewers wasn't very much better. But I'm glad we put him in anyway, because I'm just tired of watching Tua. Mayfield under center. Play action. Rolls to his left. He'll hit Rachaad White, who's met after a gain of 1. Mick Robertson called his name a lot today. 2nd and 9. Again, if you're Tampa, you just want to put yourself in a manageable situation. So bad. Yeah. That's just how it is. Jahmyr Gibbs has had a really good night. It's basically what that stat line said. He's had a great night. 3:50 to go here in the third quarter. 2nd and 9. Play clock set 2. 1. He'll get the snap off. Hand off Rachaad White. White's got a little bit of a hole, and he'll get 6. 3rd and 3 coming up for Tampa Bay. So this is more manageable than it has been, but they still got to convert here. Tonight on 4th down, they're 1 of 1, but on 3rd down, they're only 2 of 8. They've seriously struggled on 3rd down. And a lot of that has been because it's been really, really bad positioning. Like they've been 10, 15 yards back quite a bit. But they've also failed at least 2 of these. Mayfield rolls right. He loads deep. He overthrows Igbokwe. It's incomplete. 4th and 3. Do you go for it? It's worth considering. So the Bucs offense, if this stands, if they don't go for it, it's another 3 and out. And Mayfield's just been off his game today. If there was ever a time for a fake punt, and Riley Dixon's going to punt this one off. It's out of bounds at about the 24. There's a flag. Let's see who the flag's on. Rakia Sin was walking with a limp. Clever camera work, being able to spot that. Looks like the flag is on Tampa. But we'll see. Sorry, brain too quickly. Oh, player out of bounds on kick. Okay. Baker, do I dare give up on the comeback yet? Pass tells me not to, but I don't know. Yeah. If the Lions score here, I seriously doubt the fourth quarter comeback. But then again, I seriously doubted the Broncos' fourth quarter comeback yesterday as well. So you never know. It's not over till the, I want to see this. I want to see this. It's the new the Running Man movie. I kind of want to watch it. I don't know. It's not yet rated, so if it's R, I probably won't watch it. It's my problem because to me, they ruin Chad Powers to me. This is a bold take. They ruined Chad Powers to me. For me. Like I saw the first episode. It was unnecessary. It was just dumb. Like you gotta know your audience a little better than that. Too adult, yeah. Like it said like 14, and I was like, what kind of 14-year-old should be watching this? Like this is awful. Like that. Like I'm not. Like I don't mind like a little, but it was just too far. Like I get it. That's the sport. But it was excessive. It was unnecessary. And I don't think they knew their audience really. So I was really disappointed because I watched the first episode and I was just like, oh, like it wasn't great. So I'm not gonna watch it anymore. They just ruined it for me. Like they didn't need it. It was unnecessary. It's a good story. It was just They ruined it. Like it was kind of very Deadpool-esque. Think Deadpool, think Deadpool, basically. Uh, and I was like, 14? It's terrible. Like they just they didn't need it. So 21-9 Lions. Now that I've is it based on an existing character that you know? Oh, Chad Powers. So there was this YouTube thing. I'll explain it after this play. Jared Goff looks to throw, and he's under pressure, and he's gonna just throw this one out of bounds. So 2nd and 10 coming up. So Chad Powers is Eli Manning. So Eli Manning, one time, he dressed up as, like, he put on like a bunch of, you know how Baker Mayfield dressed up as Gus for Bucs training camp, like to test himself up against other people. And Eli Manning did the same thing when he was the Giants quarterback, and he walked on to a college. And give me a second. Jared Goff hands it off to David Montgomery, and Montgomery's going to get 1 or 2 yards. We're going to give him 2. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8. And Eli Manning, he pretended to be a college student with long hair and like long blonde hair and facial work, essentially, like a fake nose. And he walked on, and then he stunned everyone on the team, and then revealed that he was Eli Manning, like at the end. And that's kind of what it's themed on. So the idea is it's well, after this play, I'll tell you the idea behind the show. They changed it slightly. Goff to throw, play clock at 5. He's under pressure. He'll throw over the middle. It's caught by Laporta for the first down. First down, Lions. So the idea is there was a college kid named Chad Powers, and he blew his career. He dropped the ball at the 1-yard line in the national championship game, and then he did something really bad too after that. Like he got frustrated, he let his emotions get the best of him, did something awful, and couldn't get the job again. Couldn't get another job. So get another job. So he walks onto a college program, but he can't show his face because he's that. Montgomery's going to get 5. 2nd and 5 coming up for the Lions. He was too disrespected to get a job. So he goes undercover as a college kid, and he's trying to start his career again there. And then at the end, reveal his identity. But I only watched the first episode because they ruined it. Goff under center for the Lions, 2nd and 5. It's Tesla in motion, play action, and it'll be Laporta with the call. He's going to be a yard shy. They're going to say 2 yards shy, 3rd and 2. So, like, I don't, like, people can watch it. It's fine. I'm just not. To me, it's just unnecessary. Like, I wasn't a fan of where they went with it. And it was just very disappointing for me. You know, because I love football shows. Remember the Titans? Great movie. But we're disappointed. It's just my little mini disappointment rant there. So that they have to run one more play before the 4th quarter begins. 3rd and 2. Goff handoff to Montgomery. He's not gonna get there. He'll get 1 yard, and it'll bring up 4th and 1 when we come back. End of the 3rd quarter. Lions 21, Buccaneers 9. 4th quarter coming up after this. The Titans, we try not to, literally. Try not to remember the worst owner. Like, she's worse than Jerry Jones. She is. I'm saying it right now. She's worse than Jerry Jones. She might just be the worst owner in the NFL, which is sad because there's some bad owners. So the Lions will be facing a 4th and 1. This could be huge for Tampa. Get a big stop here. looking at the stats. Sorry. Looking for some interest in. I just went like radio silent. The Bucs have been outgained by 114 yards on the ground and way more through the air. It's the first season of Peacemaker. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't watch it. I didn't. I do like DC, but I didn't watch it. Mostly because I don't think we have Prime Video or whatever it was on. We might have Prime Video, actually. I don't know. Never came up in conversation. I'm like, I prefer sitcoms. The Bucs, the Bucs have been outgained. They've pretty much had their score doubled. Their yardage doubled by Detroit. Bucs have 137 total yards. The Lions have 368. All right, start of the fourth quarter, 21-9. Lions have the 12-point lead and the football. You know they're going for it. It's the Lions. It is 4th and 1. If you're the Lions, don't get greedy. Do not get greedy. Hand Gibbs the ball. St. Brown in motion. And they're going to pitch it to Gibbs, and he gets there on an incredible effort. Did he get it? Let's see where they mark. I think he got it. That was a phenomenal effort by both sides. But I think he got the first down. So a little bit of trickery. It was blown up, gets blown up again, and then he makes the lunge of a lifetime. Yeah, that's a first down. Incredible. So Jahmyr Gibbs keeps the Lions drive alive. How wide is that field? Gibbs has 218 total yards, which is a career high for him. Play action. Goff's going to hit Raymond out of the backfield. He'll get 2 yards, and then he's dropped. Bucs do need to stop here. Otherwise, I'm afraid this game is over with a B. And so it turns out I completely forgot this game started at 7. So we're probably not going to have any Seahawks-Texans commentary, actually. Me thinking the game started 1 hour ago instead of 2. 2nd and 8. Raymond in motion. Handoff. Gibbs for Montgomery. Yeah, I'll go for another 3. They're going to give him 2. So 3rd and 6. A potentially huge stop for the. If you're the Lions, the Lions have 27 straight wins when leading at the start of the fourth quarter. That's the longest active streak. Well, that's not good for the Buccaneers. Third and 6. Raymond in motion. Bucs showing pressure. They rush the house. Throws sideline incomplete. 4th and 6. So the Bucs are going to get off the field one way or another. This time the Lions are probably going to attempt a field goal. It's going to be about 53 or 54 for the name of their kicker. Jake Bates. It's Jake and Jack and Bates and Fox. Or Fox and Bates, but you get it. Oh, they're punting, actually. Oh, okay. So no risk taken for Detroit. Instead, they'll pin Tampa at the 11-yard line. So not interested in taking a risk. Coming up next on, not here, but on ESPN, you got Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. Hosting C.J. Stroud and the Strouds, also known as the Texans. I'd go for some chicken tenders right now. Ever had one of those days where you're just like, I could really go for some chicken tenders. Butterfly. Chances for the Giants honestly feels like they should swap records with the Broncos. I like the Giants. I like Jackson Dart. I liked him when I drafted him. You can watch my draft reaction. I did. I'm like, I think this was a better pick than I thought they were going to pick Shadur. I was pleasantly surprised they didn't because I thought they made the correct choice. Scattaboo I also really love. He's just a physical runner. I like physical. He reminds me of Jerome Bettis. Really, like you hit him and it's like a bus. Like it really is. He plays like an old school fullback. That's why I love him. McDonald's though, really? No, I'm kidding. I've never eaten at McDonald's. Just I am loyal to the cause. Never eaten at a McDonald's and proud of it. The Giants, their chances are okay. I don't think they'll make the playoffs, but I think they're probably going to do enough to save Dayball's job. Although I don't really like Dayball, so I think it would be better for them if they fire him. But they didn't with Daniel Jones, which makes me feel like they're not going to with Jackson Dart. So I think he's fine. So I don't think they'll make the playoffs. I think they'll finish with probably a perfectly respectable 6-11, 7-10, something like that. Below average, but still decent. Yep, never eaten at McDonald's. Only eaten at a Burger King once. Name a fast food chain that's not Chick-fil-A. I probably haven't eaten there. Actually, I've probably eaten at almost all of them once. But I'm not sure I've eaten at any 5 or 10 times that aren't Chick-fil-A, really. Mayfield to throw. He hits Cade Otton. Cade Otton's going to get 20 yards and a first down to the 31. So Tampa off to a quick start. Rock Ya-Sin still injured on the sideline. Good play there by Baker. He got the ball off really fast. Mayfield under center. White's the back. It's play action. Mayfield drops back far, throws deep, and he overthrows Igbokwe again. I feel like I've said that way too much. Nick Whiteside. He's the one taking the place of Rock Ya-Sin at the moment after he left with an injury. Whiteside came up with a big play earlier in the day. See if he can continue his nice day. But credit to the Lions secondary. They've done a really nice job against Tampa so far. Mayfield throws underneath. He's got Igbokwe for a gain of about 5 or 6. Third down and 4 for Tampa Bay. Josh Grizzard trying to dial something up here. Look at them showing your commentators. Can't believe they need 2 rookies. Just under 12 minutes to play. Igbokwe in motion. White's the back. Mayfield in shotgun. Lions showing pressure. They rush 6. There's a flag. Mayfield throws deep, and it's in and out of the hands of Igbokwe. I think this one's going to end up being against Detroit, but we'll see. Mayfield doesn't seem happy, though. Nope, it's going to be an illegal shift on the Bucs. It's going to be declined. Yeah, so 4th and 4. So Tampa, strong start. ends, they're going for it. I think this is the correct call considering the situation. It is 2-down territory. Yeah, I think it's the right call. It's just in and out of the hands. Like Bucca just lost it. Just lost his concentration. Should have had that. He has had an off day today. Fourth and 4. White is still the running back. Lions dialing up the heavy pressure. They rush 5. Mayfield steps up. He completes it. Did he make it? What an extension. If he fumbled, that would be even crazier, and they got the first down. But an incredible extension. We'll see what the call is. Sorry. We'll see what the call is. Otten is down there. Oh my goodness. I think he got it. What an extension. That is tough. And Alex Anzalone's a good tackler too. It looks like he has it from that angle. It's first down Tampa Bay. Incredible effort by Cade Otten. Wow. Whatever you have to do. Jared Goff's like, that's so not. He's like, Jared Goff wanted to come back on the field. His knee's down there. Kind of looks like he has it. To me. Dan Campbell's really not happy. Can't challenge this because it already went to review. 1st and 10. From the 41-yard line. They're still waiting for the whistle to make sure they can go. Looks like they're getting some talk from New York. Dan Campbell wants to throw the challenge flag. I'm not sure he can. He does throw the flag. I think that might have been what he was discussing with them. Can he throw the flag? Dan Campbell's a pretty good challenger, but I think it's really close to overturn. He's really trying to get their attention. This is a tight play and a big play at that. Let's see. Knee. It's kind of close. Like, I think it's a first down. I think we need the virtual measurement system. It kind of feels like it failed us, though, because I think the original call was, according to what I have over here, the call was fumble recovered by Tampa. But I think it's a first down without it. I don't think you can overturn it. I think you can overturn the fumble part, if that's what this is saying is true, is what the call was. It wasn't a fumble, but I think it was a first down. So this could be the rare exception where if they did call it fumble on the field, I think this is a rare exception where Campbell might not lose his challenge because he got something right. But this is very interesting. On the screen now, if you see what commercial I'm seeing at least. Another restaurant, never eaten there. Nope, that's next Monday. Commanders Chiefs, also good game. I think it could be the best game. The guy, let's go. Food of my people. Oh, what are you saying? No. I know they're about to come back. It's an ESPN commercial. Okay. SEC on ABC. Okay. Ole Miss, Oklahoma. That's a good game. That's an okay game. That's a good game. Lenora Sellers has been wildly disappointing. Right. Food of your people. When did I give that away? I don't remember that. Oh, wait.
John Hussey, during the break, just said that it was an unsuccessful challenge because Cade Otton was successfully able to make the catch, survive, and make the catch with the 2 steps going around. Then, after making that call, the catch, they called John Hussey back over to the monitor, and now they're looking at where the ball was placed, which is close. We all think he was just short first down yardage in the booth. And again, the initial call that John Hussey just said the catch was made. Here's the next call.
After a second look, it is determined that the receiver was actually short of the right end.
Wow. Wow. All right. So they saw something we didn't. It was really close. That's probably the closest challenge. They took his challenge away because he challenged the wrong thing. And then they gave it back because he got part of it right, which is what I said. I just flipped it. So he did get part of it right, just not the part of it that I thought it was going to get. So the Lions are getting the ball, and now things look out of reach for Tampa. 21-9, and the Lions have it at the 40 of Tampa. And Todd Bowles is not happy. Yeah, I'm not sure the Bucs can come back from this one. Crazy challenge. It was really tight. I kind of want to hear what Joe Buck says.
It's right there. It's so close, but determined to be short.
It's like, it's millimeters.
Great effort by Cade Otton, and now Detroit's ball.
Insane. So the Lions have the ball, 1st and 10. Shovel to Gibbs. Going nowhere. 2nd and 10. Man, that is just a tough call. I've been sitting like cross-legged on this chair. Ow. All right. There's an injured Buccaneer on the play. That's Hassan Reddick. So the Bucs have lost a couple of big pieces today on their team. More injuries, including the brutal one to Mike Evans. But the problem for them has been more than just injuries today. They need to clean up some stuff. Standing desk, still broken. I keep clicking it again, hoping it's going to work. You know what they say? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. But we already knew I'm insane, so. Right. Sitting crisscross. Yeah, but it's like sitting crisscross on a chair with no back. I don't even know how my balance was good enough to do that for as long as I was doing it for. Pretty much the entire time I was sitting. Now I'm like, everything's asleep. Yeah, it's not a good scenario for Tampa. They do need a bit of a miracle. Enough. For one, there's been other problems, but it starts with the offense. And they are missing Dave Canales, Liam Cohen, all the other offensive coordinators that Baker Mayfield's turned into head coaches. Both of which I like, by the way. I think Dave Canales was one of the better hires of that year. Everyone was like, oh, he's not very good. I'm like, he's amazing. It's because like I was the one watching the Panthers games, and everyone was like, Panthers lose again. I'm like, yeah, Panthers lose again, but did you see that touchdown pass? He was making Bryce Young, like people didn't notice, but he was making Bryce Young look pretty legitimate late last season. It wasn't until really late that people were like, maybe there's some promise to this guy. I'm like, oh, no way. Shocking. Then similarly, Liam Cohen, I credit his hire of Anthony Campanile because I love Anthony Campanile, that guy. That's my boy. He was a former Dolphins coach, and I loved him in Miami. He was a legend. And now he's doing the same thing in Jacksonville. He's creating a turnover defense. Like, their defense is built on turnovers. And even though their game against the Rams wasn't beautiful, I don't really hold it against them. See that in the background there at Lumen Field? Does that say AWS? I thought they were down. All right. How dare they shut down Canvas? You get everything from me if you shut down Canvas. If it comes back up at any point, you guys let me know. I'm mad. Goff play action. He rolls out. He's under pressure. He has got to make a move, and he's sacked for a loss of 1 or none. 3rd and 10 by Anthony Nelson. So 3rd and long. The Bucs defense, if they can get them off the field here, we know that they're not willing to take the risk from the 45-yard line. But they may be from here. Lions are 0 for 19 on 3rd and 10 or more yards this season, which is horrendous. Khalif Raymond in motion. All the offensive linemen simultaneously like, what are we doing? Goff wanted the screen, wasn't there. He steps into one, throws deep, no one home. 4th and 10. So, the Bucs got another stop. Their defense keeping them in it. I mean, they got the Lions off the field in a minute. Like, that's beautiful. Great defense. So Todd Bowles doing what he does best, really. All right, Tampa, hey, it's still a game. They're kicking this one, 58 yards for Jake Bates. They didn't kick it from 63, but they're going for 58. Career long 58. He did it twice. And last week, in week 4 was when he did it last. He doinks it, but he doinks it in. 24-9. Jake Bates with the sigh of relief. And the Lions, 54-yard field goal. Doinked in. Baker's mad about something. Did he secretly miss? What's Baker mad about? Yeah, I mean, he doinked it in. That's impressive. He was like, look at that. He's like, oh, I'm not having a good day. But he got it. 24-9. I would say that's huge, but it's not the biggest 3 point. Like, it helps, but it's not the biggest 3 points because the Bucs kind of needed a pair of touchdowns anyway. It's so close. This is a game of inches, and we've seen it a bit in this last minute. The Lions, per ESPN Analytics, have a 97.7% chance of victory at this moment. It's not over yet. All right, so Jake Bates will be kicking it off to Cameron Johnson. And he'll get the return over the 25 to the 29-yard line, where the Bucs will be starting their next drive. We're 10 minutes away from kickoff in Seattle. Lions, the last 2 years, they got 36 wins. Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn went right into the shopping cart to become the coaches of the Bears and the Jets. Dan Campbell pushes them aside. puts John Morton and Kelvin Shepard on the shelf. And they've been handling themselves just fine. So this is a big game for the Lions. As I said at the beginning of the game, Baker steps up. He throws to Otten. Cade Otten, he's going to get 14. 13. First down, Tampa Bay. 10 minutes to play. It's a big game for Tampa Bay, or for Detroit. I'm doing it again. Fourth. The Lions got one of the toughest schedules in the NFL, and they're in a good position to win this game, but they got to stay competitive in every game. Mayfield, incomplete. Tough throw. He gets hit hard, but he pops back up. He's one of the toughest guys in the NFL. Rock Ya-Sin, still working on his leg, has not re-entered. Rock Ya-Sin, he was the second-round pick by the Colts in 2019. I know him from that game where he had like 2 block punts. Remember that a couple years ago? Then he kind of disappeared. 2nd and 10 for Tampa. Kez Johnson in motion. Mayfield looks to throw, steps up. Houdini's his way out of traffic, throws to Cade Otten for a gain of 8. It's 3rd and 2. If you're Tampa, you want to be going hurry up a bit here. Time is running low, but Mallett is injured. Mallett, who had the incredible interception earlier, is down with an injury. So the Lions lose another member of their secondary, which has been heavily beaten down on to start this season. They basically have no one back there. Granted, those no one back there have been looking like they're the best best secondary members, period. Like they're looking like Jalen Ramsey, Jair Alexander. I wanted to say Minkah Fitzpatrick, but I don't know anymore. Antoine Winfield, and think of another good safety. Jesse Bates, the third, all came together on a team, but they just their equivalent of Jair Alexander, and their secondary has been incredible. Hassan Reddick is being carted to the line as an injury update there. It's 4th down territory. You got to go for it. They got 2 downs here. 2 downs to get 2 yards. Mallett will walk off the field. Hassan Reddick, he's questionable to return with a knee and ankle injury. Something I've noticed after doing these, I'm getting increasingly better at suppressing yawns. Like, I just yawned now, but I was like, oh, sure. Handoff Rashad White, and he's going to come close to the first down. Looks like they're going to give it to him. Like, just now, again, I yawned, but I basically just, like, I've gotten good at it. It's like chewing. You just have to chew the yawn away. Mayfield, 1st and 10 from the Detroit 48, throws deep. He overthrows him again. Mayfield just cannot connect from more than 15 yards, and he knows it. 2nd and 10 for Tampa. I mean, if they had connected on most of their big plays today, it might be a different ballgame. But Mayfield misses it, almost throws an interception. Not that time. I wasn't paying enough attention. Impressive. Not anymore. Yeah, Mayfield's got to be better. He's thrown 14 incompletions today. 2nd and 10. Mayfield rolls left. He'll throw on the run. It's almost intercepted. There's a flag. Harper almost had it. I'm assuming it's holding. Holding on the offense, yeah. It's going to back him up even further. That's declined, though. 3rd and 10. Just get a first down. I know. I mean, I get it. It's 4th down territory, but they got to get going. They have been slow and they have been sloppy. It's getting cold in here. The game's almost over, and suddenly the temperature's dropped. Spookily. 8:43. Tez Johnson in motion. 3rd and 10. Mayfield steps into a throw. A great catch made by Tez Johnson. My goodness. That was entirely too difficult. I mean, he put way too much on that pass, but they got the first down. Tez Johnson made a great catch. He's had himself a game. Rookie out of Oregon. Mayfield, he's got no one. He'll dump it off to White. Get 3, 2nd and 7. This just isn't what you want to see. I mean, their offense has been slow, and that was a bad pass by Mayfield. Great catch, but bad pass. But it looked like it took everything. I know, it was a bad pass. I mean, he put entirely too much zip on it, and he was high. Mayfield steps up under so much pressure. Ball's out. Oh, no. It's Lions football. Oh, man. It's Lions football. No, it's Buccaneers football. Okay. Oh, my goodness. The camera angle was terrible. You got a clean punch there. Oh, Tampa almost just lost it. What an effort by that O-lineman, by Tristan Wirfs, to get back on that ball. Wow. That was catastrophic. Almost catastrophic. It's like this out of Baker. Out of Carolina. One way to gain yards. They got 5 yards on a fumble recovery. 2 yards, yeah. Man, all right. 3rd and 5. Campbell's challenging it. What are you doing, boss? Gotcha. So he threw the challenge flag. It looks like they're going to make him pick it back up. Never mind.
It's a manageable 3rd down here. Yeah, that's an odd challenge. Obviously, he's definitely short of the line of gain. I thought they were going to challenge the recovery. I didn't see anything that suggested anybody other than Wirfs recovered that ball. But by challenging the line of gain, Joe, to your point, they can't get the ball adjusted. They'll just lose the challenge because they're obviously not going to change the line of gain.
This seems like this is like the weirdest game of 3-dimensional chess from Dan Campbell. He's like, got one left after this. I don't agree with this challenge per se. Yeah, they were nowhere near it. I think that was really weird. Really weird play. Really weird challenge. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing there. They're going to lose the challenge and a timeout. At most, they get a yard, like 2 yards. Like, I get Tristan Wirfs a big dude, but did he expect that to go back like 10 yards? It's just an unnecessary challenge. They actually gave them another yard. That's pretty funny. That didn't work. They're saying 3rd and 5. Over here, I'm seeing 3rd and 4. I'm like, oh, that's funny. Looks like they gave him like a slightly better spot. That didn't work. Lost a timeout, lost your challenge, and lost half a yard. Yeah, they did. They lost like a quarter of a yard there. All right. More shot White in motion. Mayfield on 3rd and 5 to throw. Steps up. Throw the ball. Oh, my goodness. 4th and 5 coming up for Tampa. And, man, Mayfield is having himself a stinker of a game. He's just got to throw. Like, it doesn't matter. Throw here. Throw. He's open in the middle of the field. He's hesitating. Like, you got to throw the football. Aiden Hutchinson wanted a holding call, but come on. Does it matter? Like, Lions are being a little too aggressive here with their asking for penalties. They're trying to play the refs like they're not winning by 12. They're 15 now. It's a first down to Kate Otten. Quick little pass. Do that. I don't care. Do that. You got to get the first down. You got to get completions. Baker's just not getting the ball out of his hands. Kate Otten has had a nice night, though. Baker, again, having trouble finding his target, but he'll hit Sterling Shepard for 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Mowlett made the tackle, so he's back in the game. Little injury update. It is officially 10 p.m. Eastern time, so Seahawks-Texans will be starting up in just a moment. Bring you some live, semi-live reaction over there, just off on the side. Mayfield throws deep for the end zone. He had him and he missed him. And he overthrows Tez Johnson. Mayfield's got to take a breath. They've knocked off 4 minutes off this clock. And Mayfield basically hasn't completed a good pass. And Baker is burning his cookies. he's not baking. He's under baking. In this case, I think he's over baking. He's overthrowing him. Therefore, he is over baking. Run faster! Which is funny because Tez Johnson's fast. Baker throws underneath to Shepard, who's upended. Good play by Mowlett. This one's Hallett. So they're going to be short. It's 4th and 5. They got to go for it again, but Tampa's this is embarrassing. They can't get the first down. They've tried everything under the sun, and they can't seem to get 10 yards. So this is make or break for the Bucs. Mayfield to throw. He throws deep, and there's a flag. And Mullet was like, I did it. No, you didn't. This is a hopeful pass interference. Harsh. Here's a 3-yard penalty. So they get bailed out by a 3-yard PI. Oh man. Crazy. It was a little overthrown, but okay. Tampa, hey, get the first down. That's what matters. Do what you got to do. Even if it means drawing a really weak pass interference penalty. 1st and 10 from the 13. Mayfield under pressure, rolls left, throw the ball, hits Shepard, gets 1, maybe 2. Frustrating. And this is frustrating. Throw the ball. Like, he's under pressure, he rolls out, and then he holds it in. Like, his release time has decreased significantly since last week. He's not throwing those lasers anymore. This has been way longer of a drive than it needed to be. They need their defense to come up huge. Lions, huge pressure. Mayfield, end zone. Oh, my goodness. That was a bad throw. It's almost intercepted by Nate Whiteside. This is somehow more frustrating. I was he had a touchdown again. How many times today have we said Mayfield's had a touchdown and just misses? He just had to put that a little higher. That could have been intercepted. I mean, I'll tell you, if that was Brian Branch, intercepted. 3rd and 8 for Tampa Bay. They can't get a first down. Play clock's at 1. They get it off. Mayfield, end zone, incomplete. No flag. Jack Campbell in coverage. It's 4th and 8. The Bucs don't deserve this one. It's got to be a Lions win, really. This is like the worst attempt at a comeback I've ever seen. It's like, yes, we need to get this done in 1 minute. Let's get it done in 10. Oh, man. I don't know what they can do here. They've gone 2 and 3 on 4th down conversions. Pretty much all on this drive. Mayfield, he's got time for the first time. He shoots for the end zone. Incomplete. That's ball game. Lions are going to come out on top. Mayfield throws another terrible pass. They get this. Yeah, so much for that. So the Bucs are going to move to 5 and 2. I don't know. That was a bad decision. Lions are going to go up to 5 and 2. Bucs are going down to 5 and 2. And Tampa, they just lost it today. They were supposed to be way better than they were. This has been a downright humiliating performance, and what a showing by Kelvin Shepard. I've been more impressed with the Kelvin Shepard defense than I have been with any of the Aaron Glenn defenses. Just throwing it out there. I mean, he stopped Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson for so many fumbles. Even against Kansas City, they put on a fine performance. And off Gibbs. Do you start calling your timeouts now? They do. Against the Bears, they had a good defensive performance. The Browns, they locked down. The Bengals, they had a decent performance. But it's when it's mattered, Kelvin Shepard's defense has come out to play. Let's get you the opening update. Oh, by the way, Game 7 of the ALCS is going on right now. Mariners leads 3-1 in the bottom 6th. Houston won the toss. They deferred to Seattle. Kenneth Walker runs toward the left for a 2-yard gain. Darnold incomplete to Njigba. Speed. Right. So 3rd and 8 already for the Seahawks. And 2nd and 9 for Detroit. Off under center, Laporta in motion. Handoff Montgomery. Montgomery, not so fast. It's going to be 3rd and 7 or 8. Second timeout, Tampa Bay. Arnold, he'll hit A.J. Barner on the right side. He's going to come a yard shy of the first down. Now would be your time to use the multi-view. Terrible game, really. 49ers, Falcons, a little bit better. Tampa's just, they've been terrible. There's no words. I'm stunned. I'm really disappointed. Boy, were we wrong this game, yeah. I appreciate you for coming out even on a terrible game. Play clock's at 1. St. Brown, they'll be decked for a loss of 1. There's still time, I guess. Michael Dixon of the Seahawks just booted a 58-yard punt to pin the Texans within their own 5-yard line. When you're yawning, but you just pretend to be breathing really heavily. Taking this away from his own end zone again. Let's be the ugly. Most likely. Like, it's been terrible. Fox punts it away. Then again, the Broncos had an awful game until the fourth quarter. This one, Bucs got 4 minutes. 1st and 10 from the 31. My hair is starting to get on my nerves a bit. Brad Holmes, he's the Lions executive vice president and general manager. As he watches from the booth, he's over here being like, Jameson Williams has done nothing. There goes $1 million. Notable 2nd to 4th round picks under Brad Holmes: Alim McNeil, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Kirby Joseph, Sam Laporta, Brian Branch, Tate Rutledge, and Isaac Tesla. He's had a bit of luck. Or he's just that good of a GM. Mayfield rolls to his right, throws. He's got Igbokwe, and Igbokwe to the 37 of the Lions. Best play of the day for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay. They're getting going. The hit Igbokwe. Something. 1st and 10. Mayfield looks deep. He'll throw. Oh, man, he missed them again. Jeez. Mayfield's 27 of 48 for 214 yards, a touchdown and interception. Stunning to me that he has 214 yards. He has been awful today. It's been probably the worst game of his Buccaneers career almost. He has had a bad game. Mayfield under pressure. He's sacked. 49. 3rd down and forever. It's Wheat on the sack. Gets him by the ankles. Did he take his ankle out with his leg? Yeah, he tripped him. Takes him out by the shins. Tripping on the defense. They've stopped calling that penalty. Both teams have 4 sacks. But one team obviously doing better than the other. 2-minute warning approaching. Mayfield throws. Wow. He gets decked again at the end. 4th and 21. CJ Stroud almost took a safety just now in the Seahawks game. It's sacked for a loss of 18. 4th and 31. They'll be punting from the literal back of their end zone. Keep you updated if there's a blocked punt for a safety or a touchdown. Mayfield is just he's disappointed in himself, rightfully so. This will be the 50th pass of the day for him. Can't believe he's got over 50% completion percentage. Insane. Mayfield throws. He's well short. Never stood a chance. So Lions will take over on downs, and that'll end the game. Mayfield jawing at John Hussey at the end there. Man, terrible game. Need to watch some good football now. Get this out of my system. Only good football I watched this week was the Broncos and the Cowboys, I guess. Baker Mayfield was really unhappy with John Hussey's crew. By the way, Texans got off the punt successfully. The Seahawks, however, will be starting inside Houston territory at their 44-yard line. We're only doing this for 2.5 more minutes. Go watch your own game. Any chance Gibbs fumbles? Handoff. Gibbs just lost a yard. That was not Gibbs. That was Montgomery. Sorry. That's what they get for wearing such similar numbers. I was like, oh my goodness. 2nd and 10. How did he not lose a yard? That's a weird call. It seems like Montgomery's day is done. 2-minute warning from Detroit. Lions 24. Buccaneers 9. When we come back, the Lions need one more first down, and this game's gone. So the Buccaneers are going to have to live to fight another day. Almost fell. Who do the Bucs have next? Oh, thank you for asking. Next week, week 8. Tampa's got... It's not a gimme game necessarily. The Saints have given some teams trouble this year. It could give them a bit of pushback, but it should be a win for Tampa Bay. But then again, this one should have been a lot closer. So my confidence level in Tampa has gone down quite a bit after this one. The Lions, however, are going to catch up on some Z's. They're on bye. Next time we see them, it'll be the month of November at home against the Vikings. I don't think I trust a single team. That's what everyone's saying. I thought I trusted the Bucs probably the most out of everyone, but not anymore. It's kind of a wide open race, which is why people are like, the Chiefs? They're back to going, the Chiefs, though? Because, like, out of all of the not untrustworthy teams, we trust the Chiefs in the playoffs, right? That's what everyone's saying pretty much. All the analysts, they're like, the Chiefs, though? Because we trust them most. Other team that is looking trustworthy, but it's fully dependent on tonight's game, Seattle. They haven't really done anything wrong. The Rams as well. The Rams are probably another team that I'm like, wow, they've looked really good. And they've continued to look really good, so it'll be interesting. So yeah, pretty much as soon as the game ends, I'm going to hop off, unless the Seahawks are about to score a touchdown, in which case I'm going to watch that, and then I'm going to hop off. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Appreciate you guys coming out. Any chance? All right, 1 sec. Handoff. 2 yards, 3, 4. Solid run. He's going to come shy of the first down, though. Chance for another Hawks-Pats Super Bowl? Not this year. The Patriots aren't there yet. They're close, but they're not there. I love Mike Vrabel. It's so sad. Mike Vrabel is one of my favorite coaches ever. They're going to be good for a long time. I don't think this is their year, though. Not quite. They're close. They're close to being able to make a legitimate push, but I think they're gonna lose to someone along the line. I wouldn't be surprised if they make the AFC Championship game, though. Brock right in motion, handoff, Montgomery. He's gonna fight his way. Can't believe they haven't stopped it yet. There they go. 4th down. So there's going to be about 30 seconds left. So yeah, thanks guys for coming out. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Poll will be coming soon about next week's games. Righteous. Yeah. So good stuff. If you're hungry for some early NFL action, Texans Seahawks on right now. It's too late for that. I mean, theoretically, I could do the first hour, but I don't really want to. I probably should just go to sleep. Seahawks are first and goal from the 1, by the way. So the Lions will take their second time out. Said it tonight. Okay. Kelvin. 4th and 6. If your name's Amon Ra, perfect, man. Fourth and 6. Lions, Jack Fox punting it away again. Bucs are going to have probably about 10 seconds. 13 seconds. Might as well take a knee. End the game. So I've given you a hint on my name. Now you've given me kind of a hint on yours, but that doesn't really help me. I feel like I've said like every player's name, like everyone's name. I've said so many names. Everyone, Panay, Amik. Just name all the weird names. Touchdown Seahawks, by the way. Zach Charbonnet. Stealing reps from Kenneth Walker. Jahmyr Gibbs, 218 scrimmage yards tonight, most by Detroit players since 2013. Calvin Johnson. Bucs just ended the game. So that's a ball game. Lions 24, Buccaneers 9. You know my brother's name. It's the Lions' 5th straight win on Monday Night Football. It's the longest Detroit streak in the franchise's history. So I will see you all next week. We got Vikings, Chargers, Packers, Steelers, or Commanders. Totally up to you. Yeah, exciting stuff. If you're looking for some more NFL action, go ahead and check out the Seahawks. They're leading the Texans right now by 7 with 7:28 to go in the first quarter. I'm signing off for now, but enjoy the rest of your nights. Enjoy the rest of your weeks. Have a good one. See you next time on the Exponential. Bye-bye. You too. Bye-bye.